He wasn't prepared. He thought he was gonna go last.
Okay, now I'm recording.
Hey there. Okay, so you enter through the hallway into a large golden chamber. Now, you see ahead of you, there's these viewports on the left as it curves. That's the first image is the one that you're in that area. But this is one big open area. So as you proceed down the end of that hallway, it opens right up into the next viewport area. And you see two androids standing around in those areas. Okay. Then you see off to the right a bar. And seated at the bar, you have behind the bar, you have another android, and seated at the bar, you have this veteran looking guy with scars on his face and an eye patch. You have this Asimar with uh, golden hair. You have this young goth looking lady, and you have a cat boy whose image I'm going to put in there as well.
And these are all the people sitting at the.
They're all at the bar. Now, as you enter, the holographic image of all three androids appears before you, and they say a message as they're flickering. Welcome to Serenity 5. I am Guardian Hermes. These are junior guardians Vale and Eddie. We will be serving you today during your transit to the surface. On behalf of Lady Arashiel, we hope your trip is a pleasant one. And then the images despawn, but you still see the androids in the area.
Hmm.
And you're free to go where you want to go and do what you want to do in this area.
I'm gonna actually stand where I am. Look at the scene outside.
Okay, so outside you see um, it appears to be a very dark sky, like the middle of night. You don't even actually see any stars though; it's just blackness. It's very curious.
Hmm. Do I feel any spirits around?
No, not at the moment. This is a very unnatural environment.
Hmm.
And now, right behind you, in comes uh, in comes Vash. Okay, and you have the same experience of the same greeting from the same androids, and you see all the same things. Okay,
Okay.
so they're like, "I'm Hermes. This is Vale and Eddie, and we hope your trip is a pleasant one." They just disappear. Now I'm gonna put the remaining images of the characters in there, and then we can all hop down into the other channel. Okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Like that.
Ah.
What
I'm
the?
literally just gonna
Bartender,
say like those are cool
What can I get
and
for
point
you?
to yours.
I'm gonna try
Oh,
that
thanks.
with the golden
I don't recall what these were or set
thing,
up, but you also see a cat on the side of his shoulder too.
The golden heart,
and I'd
I
like to
think.
get a drink for my friend here.
Okay. They'll be coming right up. All the drinks are on the house. She smiles, and then her body spins around, and like six arms sprout out, and she just starts mixing all the drinks furiously quickly.
So
It's called
The last thing I'm
golden.
gonna do before the other two get introduced is I'm gonna reach to pet your cat, Ansu.
it's no problem. He doesn't care. He looks at you. He like, yeah. I found him. I guess during my journey walking here. I still haven't figured out a name. I'm trying to think of one. I'll have to think of it.
All right. So,
What's the name of
um,
the drink again? Golden something.
the golden heart, the heart of gold. I'm sorry. Yes.
All right, one of these for
Well,
the new.
The Heart
neutral-
of Gold has a remarkable resemblance to Goldschlager.
ooh.
All right, one for the cat boy, one for me.
All right, there you go.
Well, thanks.
So
Sure.
behind you have entered the last two characters. They first was the blue-skinned shaman who was just sort of after he entered, he just sort of stared out the window for a while. You couldn't really tell what he was thinking. And then behind him entered this gunslinger. Okay.
Gotcha.
So, all right, question. Did we, every time the androids' holograms did like their spiel thing of welcome to yada yada, did we hear it? Like, could it be heard like in the room? Is that a
No, you couldn't hear it from the bar.
okay? Because I was gonna say if we could, for the last two, I absolutely would have like muttered the thing under my breath, having heard
Yeah.
it 3 times already.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
However, Brian, you did hear it twice because you were standing by it for the second time. So
Mhm.
Like a fucking lurker.
Yeah,
Sorry.
murder.
So
Very aggressive.
as you're doing that, he also asks you, also, who's that over there? Sort of like, do you know that person's name? As he's pointing at Mika's
Oh yeah,
character.
the whole time, like what's Solid Snake been up to this whole conversation?
he's like, fucking rooks. Good luck, guys.
So
Well,
he's
I'll
gonna.
try and help you out through all this.
So he's gonna. So I'm gonna look and I'm gonna say, her name was. What did you say your name was? Miko.
I didn't.
No, you did.
Did it?
No names. No names have been used yet.
That's very
I'm pretty
funny.
sure you did.
I'm pretty sure I didn't.
Okay. I didn't actually catch her name or his. Apparently, he's done this reincarnation thing multiple times.
Interesting.
Another large, green-skinned, horned beast walks through the door behind everybody.
Did he like just brush past me and Brian?
As he walks in, you're still standing there.
I
Yeah,
love
Yeah,
when I
I
hear the
hadn't
answer to this.
moved.
he
I
like
hadn't moved.
he walks through the door, and I guess he like
Just right into you
right
guys.
into you. Yeah.
Oh.
Just like an asshole, like bump
And
shoulder
the
ordeal.
flickering thing appears to him, and he's like, "What the fuck is all this?"
Your guess is as good as mine. Sorry, big guy.
I ain't gonna need
kinda, like,
another
storms
drink.
off. Oh,
Listen, if you need
Where's
a
my
drink,
where's
looks like
my
they got some stiff ones over there.
where's my Goldschlager?
he nods and he just heads that way. You get
I'm
your-
also gonna head that
Alright.
way.
all right. You and okay, Vash and the Minotaur head over toward the bar. There's still plenty of open seats.
Yeah.
Uh,
Once again, a
I'm
good
gonna.
While this is going on, I asked the bartender, like, what is the highest caliber, like, liquor that you have?
we have pure grain alcohol, if that's your preference.
Ethanol. They have ethanol.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
I'm not asking for rock
Everclear.
fuel.
Just
Really?
a strong,
Sounds like
guys,
you're
I don't need to.
just-
I don't need
just
to
a-
launch a jet.
just a strong drink. I understand, man. Here you go.
But you know, like, what's the highest quality
All right.
that you have on offer
I'm
here?
gonna go and
You gotta-
sit.
Try a shot of this. It's a clear liquid.
Oh God, I just close my eyes and brace for impact.
It has a sting. You're like, ooh, I knew I'd
Hey.
take that.
Hold on, Miko. How tall and how much do you weigh again?
695 pounds.
I'm gonna argue that if this is as strong as he's asking for, he needs to roll some shit. Because there is no way
I
someone of
definitely-
4'6",
I definitely.
95 pounds
You asked
is
me to
gonna-
roll.
would
What do
be
you
able
want?
to handle
do
that
I-
shit.
All right.
Like this needs a
All right, this is
disadvantage
really
for you.
funny.
Like, that
This is
is-
really funny. Okay.
All right.
It is
Make a
actually-
con save, and you have advantage.
Okay. I can do that.
First roll of the campaign.
All right, you
It's a
you
mid roll.
managed to keep it down. You know.
There's-
Like,
I told you I don't need fucking rocket fuel. What's
Understood.
the best offer you have on tap? You autistic AI. Calypso,
Another one
where
comes
are
up.
you? Like, who programmed these things?
Calypso. Interesting.
Man, you're a rowdy one, huh?
The android at the bar speaks. AI Calypso is very busy. She provides vital automation to shipboard power and many background functions, freeing other units like myself for other purposes.
I mean,
Without
for
Calypso,
assaulting me with this rocket fuel.
yes.
So
Without Calypso, the ship would literally fall apart.
while he's
God, I
yelling,
would believe that.
while he's shouting, James is gonna reach his arm out, and he's gonna say, "I think you tried your best with the information you were given," and he's gonna smile very warmly at the android.
Mhm.
I'm gonna butt in and be like, well, I don't know nothing about all that, but I want to try what he had.
She, but yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
So-
sorry.
you're going to try one of those strong shots. All right,
Yeah.
here you go.
Yeah, I
Right
down
in
it, and
front of you.
there's no change in my face. I'm like, you said this is the strongest you got?
Yeah, make him roll, by the way.
All right.
I mean, I can if you want.
As the next person
can make a
comes
con
in,
save.
I am gonna.
As well,
Advantage or no advantage? Any of that stuff?
you do not have advantage.
Okay. 14. Nothing crazy.
You're still fine. You're still fine.
Oh my god, I was waiting for a dump sack.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Interesting.
Con's not my. If you're looking for a dump sack, that is not con.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I know, but it's very funny to me.
Luke, as
If
the
you
next
just
person
followed
comes
it
in,
up with
I would like
garbage, it
to-
would have
I
been
would like to
glorious.
get up and head over to the window.
All
where
right.
Brian went.
So,
And we can continue
yeah.
after.
okay. So, Brian, is Kaji still standing by the window?
Yes.
Okay. It seems that this curious, let's see, this curious ASMR is walking over towards you.
I pay him no mind as I stare out the window.
I give this gunslinger a power stare and be like, all right, shot for shot, clown.
I'll take you up
Two
on
of you are
that
welcome to do
offer.
that.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Josh.
one of us is gonna go down.
Yeah.
J- Okay.
Up.
Josh, do you want to?
I'll drink you under the table any day.
No, I just wanna. I'm gonna walk up next to him and look out the same window, and I'm just gonna. I'm gonna see what's out there, just like he is.
Is your body ready?
I figured
Alright.
if he wanted
Born
to chat,
ready.
he would say something. So
All right. This elven lady walks up
Uh-oh.
and towards the people who are looking out the window are like,
Oh wait, that wasn't with advantage.
"Do you know what this is all about?"
Oh good, because I'm glad that was with advantage.
I think I'm winning.
Wait, who? What was about Elven Lady coming on?
All right, that one didn't
It's the
taste so
last
great.
image that I dropped, and this she
What do we do?
walked up to
What do we
Kaji
do,
and
Best
James
out of 5 here.
up there.
Tum
and
Zogarak.
what did she say?
Do you know what this is all about?
Oh, I'm going again.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna look at her. And
Ooh,
I'm
you
gonna
might
say,
have me on that one.
Other than
Nope.
what we've been told about the reincarnation, and to wait, I couldn't
that?
tell you.
I see.
What's that? Two?
Okay, I'm gonna go find a seat, I guess. She just
Okay.
wanders off.
I'm gonna go
Okay.
go
Two
to
and
the
one,
veteran.
right?
Did you guys doing more drinking?
They're
Yeah.
doing more drinking. I'm engaging the veteran.
Let me see your saves. Okay.
Uh-oh.
All right.
So
Doing shot for
9 is the
shot.
lowest we got, and then I rolled a 10 too.
okay. On
Again.
a 9, you are very buzzed and you have trouble standing up and walking around.
I see a 3 there, so
That
Yeah, I
was
don't- I don't
his
know.
that was
his
without it.
advantage afterwards.
That was my.
I
Oh,
forgot to roll.
I forgot to roll
Okay,
Spanish.
yeah.
So I rolled twice,
Yep.
which is
Okay.
probably good.
On a 10, you are. That was like a lot, and you maybe want to take a minute before you try and walk. You know.
Hold on,
Alright,
a
so we're-
9 got
it's
him buzzed,
working.
but a 10 makes it so I'm going to take a minute before I got to walk. Hold on.
No. A 9 is actually a problem. Like if you go around,
Okay.
yeah, you are actually dizzy and like you're gonna have a
he'll
problem.
fall over if he tries to stand.
A 10 is like the warning for that exact same effect. Okay.
All right, you giving up?
And if you
Like hell.
take any more drinks, either of you, the difficulty will go up. Okay.
All right. Well,
We
My
definitely
last-
are.
okay. So we did.
Yeah.
After his 10, and my 9, we haven't rolled.
We got a
below.
21 and a 14. Those are our next ones.
Ooh, except for
Another person walks in, a bird person.
your. Yeah.
Hmm.
So
Interesting.
is a 14 too low? Because my next one was a 21 and his next one was a 14.
He just
Very
goes
important
he
to
goes off
us.
and finds a corner by himself. Okay, let's take a look.
A shifty fellow over
On
there.
Yeah, you're fine. You're both fine for now.
Ooh.
All right,
Okay.
Keep going.
keep going.
So I'm gonna I'm gonna talk to that veteran. By the way, I want to learn more
We
about
get
what
this garbage rocket fuel
he been through. I guess.
with
Well,
the
that's my first
stupid
question would be for him.
gunslinger.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but you're
You
all
said
right.
you went through this before.
I can cut your jib as well,
what do you mean by
friend.
that?
He's like, I was called down to a assault on Neozantium.
It's you rolling a 19.
It was
Yeah.
kind of a mess. I was the only one of my team who made it.
Do you
What's-
always encounter an inevitable doom when you're summoned or face here?
Inevitable doom? Is that what they told you?
Something where I guess no matter what,
It's not what I
everything goes
heard.
wrong.
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Gotcha. I guess what would be the best advice you got?
Don't trust anyone.
Interesting.
As this,
All
obviously we can't hear it. I'm gonna, after looking out the window, I'm gonna turn to the blue guy and I'm gonna hold out my hand and say, James Bond, pleasure to meet you.
Kolzagra Goldra Kaji. And I'll shake your hand.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh no. Luke, I rolled on that one.
All right.
I
you
drank
rolled
him under the table. I did it.
Okay. You
I
have
talked so much shit too.
okay.
To be fair,
Oh,
he is
look.
only
Oh my god.
second,
Oh
fourth,
my god.
sixth.
You've got to
95
find
pound.
you've got to find a place to puke.
I politely look over to the robot lady. I'm like, you got a bucket back there, miss?
Yes. You see her like grab something really quick and puts it in front of you.
Before she's already put it in front of me, I've already vomited all over the table.
All
I
right.
just throw my head
While
back
shaking your
laughing.
hand, Josh, I'm gonna see that happening over there and say, D. Rabna Jakna. They're idiots.
Do you say they're idiots like after? Are you translating
Yes.
yourself?
Yes.
Is that what's happening?
Make a perception check, Kaji.
Perception?
Yeah.
Okay.
I throw my head back laughing, like, with just a beautiful
All right. You see
laugh.
the Birdman nodding.
Interesting.
Can I see if I see the Birdman nodding too, since I'm like in that general vicinity as well?
You can make a perception check as well.
I have my
Because if
pass
he
of
can see it, and I'm
19.
literally shaking hands with him, I imagine I'm in a spot to do so as well.
I have a pass of
14?
19, so
I pat the gunslinger on
You
his back.
don't you don't see it actually.
I'm impressed you
Well,
kept
I'm gonna
up
due
with
to my
me.
observance, do I see it?
I'm gonna say
Even though I don't know what it means.
So you got some skill of your own
Yeah,
sort.
yeah.
Jack.
Actually, you
so.
might be distracted by the person who puked right near you.
Okay.
I think that's a little bit hard to notice. Just a nod, you know.
Okay. Fair enough. Yep.
So I'm gonna respond with a I am not sure if idiot would be the right term, but I believe they are definitely a rowdy bunch. Because if I recall, the whole reason any of us were summoned was because of our potential to get the mission done. As far as I'm concerned, that means we all have a role to play and something we can bring to the table. So, idiot or not,
I
useful
turned
is another
to
story.
the AI like, do you have a bathroom around here?
The lights in the room flicker briefly, and
He didn't like that.
says,
Do you have a bathroom? We do now.
Excuse me. Yes, it's just down the hall.
I grab
Having
I grab this fucking gunslinger. It's like, we're gonna clean your ass up.
okay.
I drag him.
So in the
Well.
picture of the bar where there's all the empty seats and there's that like there's that window on the far door. We'll just say that's the bathroom. Okay.
Sweet.
All right. Anyway, you hear the AI of Eddie saying something, which is, Hermes, Vale, do you know what that anomalous power draw was? That I just detected? And there's no response that you can hear.
Power draw. What's going on?
Bar, right?
And who's going to the bathroom now?
Me and Miko's character. He's going to help clean me up.
Okay, he volunteered. What a generous soul.
Eddie's the one at the bar, right?
Eddie's the one at the bar. Yeah.
Part.
Oh.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, Luke.
Uh-huh.
I am curious. Since we've been standing at this window, can we like see anything? Is there anything?
No.
Okay, so out the window there are no stars. It just looks like total darkness. AI Vale has noticed that you were very interested in this window and has walked over towards you. Is there something wrong? Some concern you have?
Tom Zogra Nobne Erbek. I do not feel spirits.
We are in the deep
Yes,
void.
but-
This is
You
not
said
the
we were
environment.
going somewhere. Normally, when you're traveling, there's scenery on the way. So
Are we doing contested athletics?
We're
That's
in the
happening.
deep void of space. There's
You're not gonna
nothing
beat
that could be called.
I
space here.
matched.
something that could be called what, Luke?
Oh, this is awesome.
The deep void of space. There's
I
nothing
go
that can be called
again.
spirits here.
Oh.
Interesting.
George
So fucking funny.
Krazak.
Ass clown.
We pass the mountains, past the clouds.
Indeed.
Hmm.
Far beyond the surface of every world.
I'll look down
will
and
be-
contemplate.
Holy
We-
shit.
That is so funny.
We will be landing in under an hour, so. On the planet Deloth. It is a hostile place.
Oh.
Very deadly to outsiders, such as ourselves. But you have been created in a way that you should be accepted by the spirits of Deloth.
Ni nogradim jatra. I'll leave it be.
All right. So, what's going on in the bathroom?
What do you think's going on in the bathroom, Luke?
I have to open the door and find out.
Okay.
Honestly, between you two, she's probably giving you a handy at this point.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh
It
man,
involves
that's-
athletics rolls. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Okay. All
He
right.
had 2 nat 20s, by the way, for Vash.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's the only reason he's keeping up.
Vale, right. Vale receives a message, puts her hand to her ear, and says, "Excuse me."
Holy shit.
And
That was so
the
funny.
3 androids
You've
are all
died.
meeting up by Hermes to talk.
I'll go
Every-
engage.
I-
So the
I'm gonna-
bartender left.
I'm gonna look to. Is it Kaji? Is that how you say it, Brian?
Hmm.
Yeah. I'm gonna look to Kaji and I'm gonna say, I think we should brace for something. And he's gonna grab. Is there a railing or something along the window, Luke?
All of a sudden,
Is there
you
a
feel-
railing in the bathroom?
All of a sudden, you all feel like a sudden.
Because it's
There's-
broken.
You all
Need to get
feel
some
like
leverage, yeah.
you all feel a very sudden jerk. Okay, which could cause any of you to fall over. Anyone who has been drinking can take disadvantage on an acrobatics check.
A lot more than disadvantage. We're a little occupied, right?
It's
Yeah.
only a 10.
I'm gonna assume I'm fine considering the one drink I did have, I took a sip and then it was downed by the fucking
Holy
chick.
shit.
Are you gonna
All right.
are you gonna brace me? Are you gonna brace me, Gunslinger?
I'm gonna try.
Oh god, oh god, you guys are both falling and
Yeah, I'm
Ka-
rolling
Oh,
acrobatics.
If
Kaji.
Kaji, because
Advantage.
you haven't been drinking, you have advantage.
17.
Man, I'm really glad. Do I have advantage?
Didn't change. I'm just gonna sit down.
Holy
Okay.
shit.
Are you?
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Cross
going on.
legs, sit
The
down.
lights are going in and out. A lot of things are going in and out.
It's a magical
now-
experience.
I
Gravity's
got
going
a-
in and out.
I got a nat 20 on my
Okay,
acrobatics.
you're just fine. You're like
Holy shit.
okay. Anybody who went under a 10, you fell down.
oh,
Okay.
thank
Actually,
god I
with-
kept my ground.
With my nat 20, I would like to try and keep. I know he sort of like was okay with falling, but I'd like to keep Kaji from falling, just sort of like get him with my arm.
No. Kaji would fall, but then go straight to sitting.
Okay. Sure. So,
Oh, fuck.
Vale returns and makes an announcement on some sort of a loudspeaker that affects the whole area. Please be seated. This is part of the landing process. Everything is normal. I'll begin a briefing. Please return to the main hall and take a seat.
That's suspicious.
How's the gravity doing? Is the gravity
Onset,
Insight
Okay,
check?
the gravity systems are fine.
Onset will really look. It doesn't trust that situation, and
I don't trust the gravity systems right
I
now.
want to know what they actually determine as normal.
I'm determining whether or not like something's off with what everything's being fine with her
Do we,
voice.
do we stumble out of the bathroom at this point, Miko?
Yeah, you can stumble out whenever you like. Solid Snake is like, fuck that, I'm just going to take another drink.
I was really hoping the gravity systems weren't working.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, we stay in here any longer, it might become a problem.
I guess I'll investigate or look around for the best spot to hold.
All right,
my
I
position.
flushed the toilet just as a. I assume there's a toilet that's flushable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Okay.
you know.
Do you use the 3
Holy
seashells?
Oh,
Oh, why?
they're broken.
Demolition Man, you dope.
They're
You know.
definitely broken.
Do they have swear machines to give
No.
out paper?
Like,
Well,
oh, that's what this was. I thought it was
Right.
toilet paper.
Oh,
There was a
God.
lot of that.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Okay.
oh my
So,
God.
I assume everybody's coming out of where they are and they're finding a place to seat themselves.
Mhm.
Okay. So everybody,
Uh,
all the NPCs, everybody,
Sit down gingerly.
everybody except for Too Cool for School veteran is taking a seat. Okay. All right.
I would I'd actually like to keep standing and just be around the most people.
Really quick,
Alright.
now that me and Miko's character have come out out of our excursion are sitting down, I'm gonna look at him and say, hey, "What's your name, anyways?"
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh. Um. What's your name?
It's Vash.
Ooh, deflection.
He just deflected you.
You just deflected the question of what's your name. That's some next level shit. He didn't even be like, I don't want to tell you. He just fucking deflected that shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's next level anti-socialism right there.
Listen, I don't know the social part of it, but listen.
Hey, but you drugged? Is it not just your character? What's happening, buddy?
No, it's just the whole event of what just happened
It's
is
very
really
funny.
fucking funny.
All right. Vale snaps her fingers, and essentially seatbelts appear around all of you,
Oh
and
shit
sort of
balls.
strap you down.
Wait,
Okay.
even me? I had specified I was standing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
You
it's
did.
just sort of wrapping around your legs and your feet,
Oh,
and it's
God.
very
Oh,
uncomfortable.
wow.
and your hands too, just so you don't go everywhere.
It's like now that you're secured, it's time for my in-flight briefing.
You just got laid down right by the ship.
Oh
Uh,
my god.
Put me on a
First-
fucking BDSM cross stitch and then be like,
Are you
Please
like
don't,
T-posed right now?
please don't worry about any of the things that you may see for the next few minutes while we sort out some anomalies.
Yeah, including this
just-
T-pose.
I'll just explain some of what is the information you'll need for your mission. First, please hold up your right hand to some light.
Fine.
I will
I
proceed
give
to
her
do
the
so.
finger again.
All right, then just think to yourself the word Arashio, and then as soon as you do that, it's sort of
Already was.
it's already involuntary because you just heard the word. Your status menu appears. Okay, so this is a like a holographic UI that only
Did
you
say
can
that's
see.
Already? Did you say it's involuntary because you just heard the name?
Yeah,
Are you fucking gaming us right now?
yeah, it's
Yep.
very involuntary. Okay, and then she's like, and this is your status menu. It can tell you a lot of the information that you need. It has communication system. It has a mini map. It can detect hostiles within 50 meters. Replaces our outdated equipment from previous missions. It will enable
Wait, what?
monitoring of agents and communication of ongoing mission parameters from the Bridge of Souls while you're on the surface. Are there any questions?
Ni
You said
magica. Is this magic?
It is of a nature that is equivalent to magic. The elf says, so this is like a game menu, huh? For those of you who have some familiarity with that sort of thing, sure.
What?
Who are these
Vale
people?
says.
What are you talking about?
I look at the people that I didn't know about while I was in the bathroom.
As you
There's
as
a hostile
as
entity
he
appearing
hears,
on your mini map.
as he hears game menu, anyone who wants to take note will note that not just the elf, James definitely, like, his eyes light up at this. This is familiar.
Your mini maps
Weird
are
to
all
him.
lighting up with a hostile entity in the creation chamber.
In the
That's interesting.
Calypso.
Calypso report
Bored.
AI Calypso offline. 99.9% material destruction reported.
that
As you
doesn't-
look at your mini map, it becomes static.
Calypso the crystal I was talking to?
Moments later, the whole menu system becomes unusable.
Oh crap.
Vale
Are you
says,
creating us?
Vale says, show me what's happening in the creation chamber. And you see video screen appear in middle of space.
Eddie,
And
get me a bottle
has
of
a-
that, whatever
ha-
we're drinking.
Has an image
Right
of
now.
Let me get
He's
my
not
image.
hot flash, is he?
Maybe you should just let him get the.
This-
the
Get it-
film
get it
ahead.
out, guy-
I'm sorry.
This guy is in the creation chamber. He's
Jesus fuck.
he's standing over the destroyed crystal that was floating around, like creating all your stuff.
Interesting.
And now he's heading down the hallway, and his like tentacles are like pulling him forward like Dr. Octopus. You know.
Can I like get a perspective of how dangerous this person is, or investigation, like against
Yeah,
us
Yeah,
right
I
now?
want to investigate that too. Like, what's his threat level?
All right, I'm using my passive investigation at 22. Too.
All right, this guy
That's a
is
yike
this guy
investigation.
is super dangerous.
I
We
got a
not.
19 rolled.
All right, we gotta go. Like whatever that thing is, we don't want to engage it.
I'm
Not right
gonna.
now.
I'm.
How do we get out of these seats?
James is gonna pull on his. James is gonna pull on his restraints, and he's gonna say that. He's gonna say. I mean, Calypso practically gave birth to us. We have to help her. And then I'm gonna like yank on my fucking restraints.
Yeah, you're welcome to go do that if you want. I'm
All right,
not gonna
so
do that.
now the entity's bashing on the door
Eddie,
to the,
where's my
to the
drink?
main room you're in.
Very good.
But you hear the voice from the other side of the whole area. Hermes says, "We have incoming. Hostile thermal manifestation detected. Shockwave impact in 8 seconds. Maximize shields. Brace for impact." Okay, and then we have some more images coming.
God damn it! I'm not gonna get.
So your ship
would
has,
like-
Yeah, I don't think you're getting your drink.
as your ship had,
I would like to roll to see if I can break out of these restraints.
okay, roll athletics.
It's an athletics.
Can you roll high enough?
Yeah.
Can I do two?
I mean, I got a
You
19.
you really want your drink.
I want my drink. I need to get to that bar.
All right, neither of you have broken out. Okay. No.
19? Oh, these
No.
restraints are brutal.
All right, so I'm going to get
You
this
wash
image
this
for you.
taste out of my mouth.
Hey.
All right, so as you look out the window now, you see the clouds, and ahead of you, this horrifying red and black menacing cloud. It appears you've entered the upper atmosphere of a planet, and you are descending.
Whatever that is.
And
Oh, that looks like shit.
It does
Kaji,
not
you
look like pleasant.
sense extremely like wrathful spirits of air and fire. Okay.
Reminds me of the
Air and
desert
fire.
storms we used to
That
have.
looks like a bunch of bullshit guys.
Oh yeah, the desert storms were bullshit.
Alright.
So
And then the entity bursts into the room,
Oh shoot.
and Eddie begins shooting something at it, a lattice of interwoven glowing golden thread. After each shot, more of her body is depleted. So like her first shot like disappears a finger off of her hand, then her whole hand, then her wrist, and then her entire arm. And as this happens, the entity taking this fire just runs laterally towards a window and shatters it by leaping out and is sucked out the window.
Oh god.
So while he's running and the firing is going on,
We decompressing
I-
now?
I'd
Is
like
that what's
permission
going
to,
on?
Yeah.
I'd like permission to take an action, Luke.
Uh-huh.
Oh
Yeah.
god, I really need a drink.
I would like to focus really hard and use my divine sense
Okay.
and use this moment to see exactly who in this room fits in the under the categories of affected by the hollow spell or celestial fiend undead.
All right. Let me start looking that out. All right. So we have
I'd like to prepare a reaction.
Sure. Let's take
Reach
a
for a
look.
bottle. Is
Oh
that what this is?
no.
Here we are. I'm on the right person.
I
Right,
mean,
you're
for impact.
yeah, yeah.
Oh.
Your action for knowing the location of a celestial
Sorry, I didn't
fiend
look
or
shady there,
undead.
did I?
Yep. All right, so all three of the androids are celestial in nature. Okay.
Okay.
Is anybody self-reporting as celestial fiend or undead in this party? I don't think so.
No.
You don't want the party to know. I would know, so you can just.
It's
DM me,
it's a
I guess.
valid question.
I'm just a guy.
Just the
All right. Yeah.
Do you self-identify?
I self-identify as celestial in
Celestial.
nature.
Look, let's.
Shut
You know,
up.
we're all
There you go.
mature people here.
So,
Okay, so James
curious to know
Bond,
if
I think
anyone
James
does.
Bond might trigger celestial on this. I think.
Hey,
I would,
actually,
yes.
this
I
goddamn
myself am celestial.
this goddamn
And now,
elf
what about
motherfucker.
what about Tentacle Bro?
He's not undead.
Is he a fiend?
I think he triggers
Okay.
celestial and fiendish.
Ooh.
Okay.
You're celestial?
That's really bad.
Yeah.
That's really
Like,
bad.
Yeah, that's
worse.
not
That's
great.
not helping. That's not
Jeez.
Yeah.
helping.
We got
Hold on. Listen, this is we're not D&D players. We know nothing about this world, so
Oh, that's
we don't know
fine.
that that's bad. That could be normal.
Yeah, but you should know that's bad. Whoever fucking asked that spell.
yeah.
I mean, I know that's bad as
I
a
know.
player.
I know it's dangerous. That's all with my investigation. So
But his character would not.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I as
but-
Josh know it's bad. James Bond knows jack all. That could be completely normal.
Hermes is like, we're going down. We need more power.
this is totally not part of their routine.
Calypso's offline. Shit. Vale, Eddie,
The android
help
just
me out
say
here.
shit.
You know, generally I don't prefer my pilots to be saying shit.
Is it getting rocky yet?
I will
Yeah, it's
spark
getting
lightning
bad.
from my hands.
Oh yeah, I got a shitting grid on my face.
What did you say, Brian?
Here we have a more menacing picture of the anomaly.
Hold on. Brian said something interesting.
I will have lightning dancing around my fingers.
All right.
Interesting. Well, I guess
Okay.
I'm joining the whole embrace and impact. I guess.
I was over by Kaji, wasn't I?
So you do feel like all the oxygen being sucked out of the room through this hole in the window. So Eddie transmutes her entire body into like a golden web that like seals off that breach. Okay.
Interesting.
And then Vale like transmutes her entire body into like energy, which like seems to like power the ship's shields for a few more seconds.
Oh, God, who's gonna serve her drinks now?
It now
we don't
occurs to
got
me at
time
this
to do
moment.
that right now.
It occurs to me at this moment to use
There's always
prestidigitation.
time for drinks. We're all gonna die
So-
one day.
Solid Snake like
We already
stumbles out into the middle of the room.
He's
Somehow
not
he's
locked down?
unrestrained. No. he seems to have cut his way free with his knife. He's like,
I want
what's
that knife.
he's
Hey,
like,
you know,
what's going on?
you maybe could help us with that.
Honestly,
sir,
man, that's
sir,
really
let me,
cool.
Let me come and help out. Okay. And then
It occurs to me at this moment to use prestidigitation to wipe the vomit off of the gunslinger's mouth.
yeah.
You didn't do that before we started
No,
doing
it
everything.
just occurred to
No.
me now.
Oh god.
Hermes shouts, emergency landing, razor shell
I didn't want
protocol.
it to look bad.
And his
Later.
body disintegrates except for a single crystal, and all of his body parts, all of them turn into like really tiny crystalline fragments, and they all start orbiting around each of you. Okay? And as the heat in the chamber grows, the winds blasting against the outer hull become extremely loud. Final order of Erashiel, preserve the prime order. And the microscopic shards spin around each character a half inch from them, and the chamber you're in, the vessel you're in, smashes into the hillside, and the razor crystalline shroud around each of you destroys every piece of debris that would impact you, and nullifies much of the inertial energy that would destroy you. But it's a giant, ugly cloud of like smoke, fire, spinning like you can barely see what's going on, and then there's a thud as one segment of the wall falls away, shattering into 1,000 pieces. That was the segment that was held together by Eddie's remains.
Mm.
As it falls,
Fuck.
you feel a rush of fresh air. Beyond it, you can see the sky and a thick, dark green forest. You hear the chirps of very disturbed birds and taste smoke and ash from the impact your chamber seems to have made in the immediate area. There's a trail of destruction from where like you bounced and skidded, like a bunch of fallen trees and shit. And now we're gonna get some images of all that.
Oh shit! This is not what.
This is gonna be really weird because my character doesn't know what the fuck a tree is.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Look,
It's that. It's. I knew it was a
you
desert
created your own
world.
challenges.
I
I'm
knew it
just
was
saying.
a desert
true.
world, but
yeah, it's like
Damn.
yeah, it's all desert. It's fucking hell.
yeah.
I mean, they fucking named the world Gunsmoke. What do you expect?
There dead trees in your world?
No,
No, not even.
it's all
God.
desert. It's based off of the Trigun world and that anime. It's just all
Yeah.
desert.
No,
It's
there's
a
not. Yeah,
wasteland.
in Trigun, there's not even like dead trees. It's just all.
Not even
It's
like
just
2049.
wasteland.
No, there's
Nope.
sand, rock, and metal,
Yep.
like man-made.
We're gonna have
So-
All right.
like
As
We're
the
on.
as the smoke clears a little bit, you see the impaled corpse of Solid Snake.
No.
Rip.
Bro should have strapped down.
Yeah, should have wore his seatbelt. That's on him.
Curious.
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Nor,
am I still bound?
Norgrim.
Oh, the bindings which have bound you are beginning to turn into sand.
Okay.
Cool. I'm gonna run over to Solid Snake. Is he like just dead? Is he breathing? Is there any pulse? That's what I'll do. I'll check for pulse.
There's
Said he's
no
impaled.
pulse. He's impaled. Let's say that like he got like 2 giant pipes stuck through him. One is like coming out his eye, his remaining eye,
Oh god.
and the other one is like going through his like center.
I'm gonna
he's-
I'm
he's
gonna
just
walk
really
up
dead.
and I'm
Like
gonna check his
bad
pulse,
Vlad
and then
Tepes.
it's gonna
Yeah.
hit me
Yeah.
how
Ooh.
like how bad he looks,
Jesus.
and I'm gonna like I'm actually like I'm gonna vomit, like I'm gonna bend over
Yeah.
and puke.
Prestidigitation.
Cleaning up the puke on the top, on the fly. Okay.
You
How's-
never,
Yeah.
you never seen a
How
corpse before?
stable is our surroundings right now? Should we just nothing's gonna fall on us all of a sudden?
This is not entirely stable. As you look around, you see a lot of this like golden stuff that was part of the ship is just like sort of falling apart. It's becoming sand essentially. Okay.
I'm gonna continue walking
Okay.
forward.
All right. Were you walking out of the ship or
Yes.
into? Okay.
Yeah, I was got the
And
yo.
as I pass, I'm
Are-
assuming
having-
Solid Snake is in front of us.
Yeah. Let's say that.
I'll
Okay.
bow for a moment as if a prayer and say Galzraga Nor and continue walking.
All right.
So having sort of connected at least a little bit with Kaji, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just go with him. I'm gonna follow him.
Okay.
I basically yelled to everybody like, "This place is unstable. We gotta move," and then move my way out.
Well, shit. Before we go, I'm gonna see if there are any bottles that survived.
All right. Make a investigation for that.
I do the same.
Okay.
Out of 7.
14.
All right. We
I have-
have one person who found a bottle.
Do I find a bottle? Cause I have to. I'm gonna investigate with them while we're doing it.
Yeah, you find a bottle as well, and I'll tell you what you look at. let me go into this for a second.
I'm gonna.
All right,
Hold on.
if you
I'm
spend,
gonna.
you have a choice whether to spend 1 minute searching or 10 minutes searching. Okay.
I want to spend 10 minutes searching.
All right.
I
Let me-
guess 10 minutes.
Within
Jokna
that-
Ren Sim.
1 minute.
Okay. 1 minute is a 1 minute search is going to be a disadvantage roll.
Okay. Can I use my passive perception or
With
passive
it-
investigation?
Yeah, you can. We'll do that. Let me
22.
find. Okay.
Why the fuck do you're level 1?
Yep, that's
Why is
all
that
he
your
is.
passive?
Dave,
Jesus.
that's all
He's a
he is.
freakishly high passive perception.
Okay.
Chucky cannot fight.
Oh.
I'm not a
Oh.
fighter.
I found the right file. Okay, there we go.
What kind of
So,
bottle did I get?
you found a bottle of Pangalactic Gargle Blaster. It's
Oh
purple.
my god, that's amazing.
It's the
The
one you
name
didn't
is
try.
incredible.
All right, what's our next search result here? Dum, 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 dum. Okay. Vash, you found a broken steel rod with a sharp end. It can serve as a spear. You
Honestly, I'll take it.
all right? You pull
Wait,
it
hold
out.
on.
You pull it out of the guts of Solid Snake.
Oh. It took
Hold on.
that one.
I would.
Yes.
I'd like to
Heck.
search Solid Snake as well, and specifically look for that Bowie knife you said he had.
Yeah, you find his knife. You have
I'm
a
just
dagger.
gonna
Oh,
add
I'm
s-
taking
I'm
that-
just gonna
I'm
add a
taking that
spear to
too.
my
Alright.
inventory just for simplicity.
Okay. The next search, if you're doing a 1 minute search, all right, you find. You know what? I'm gonna give you this one. All right.
Looking specifically for the
You've-
knife, do I just find it?
Okay.
Do I need to make a search?
You find the knife. I did
Okay.
say that right? Yeah.
You did.
Okay.
I just
Yeah,
wanted to-
he found a knife.
You actually find something that's strapped onto his wrist as well. Okay. Some sort of technological device, perhaps. You're not sure. Okay.
I do.
Yeah. When you're searching Solid Snake, you find his knife and you find this wrist device.
Interesting.
Okay.
Okay.
Now,
Should I just add like a dagger to my inventory? Is that?
yeah, add the dagger to your inventory. Ansev, you find a container of blue liquid. This
Interesting.
container it has like also some sort of button on the top of it with a number of lights that are not active that surround that. Okay.
Curious. Right.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Let me know if you ever press that button.
That sounds really ominous. That's
does.
really ominous.
Okay. Everybody who's spent at least 1 minute in here can make a Constitution save.
I would not have.
Okay.
I
so
literally,
because-
I would have been walking by. I would have checked the pulse, and
All
then
right.
when I realized he was dead, I would have taken a shit and left with fucking Haji.
Was this for the 1 minute?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So Vash, it's choking you with the smoke, and you need to get out of here. Okay.
I leave,
Okay.
I suppose.
All right. And the continuing degradation of all of their technology is proceeding rapidly, leaving the husk of the ship skeletal. It won't even serve as a shelter at this rate.
I guess we should start trying to find somewhere to camp. What time of day is it? By the looks of things?
Okay, so as you look around outside, it's perhaps it's about 8 p.m. It's like maybe just after sunset. You can see in the sky above that it is. Well, let me get an image of the sky because I
What's
think
with
this is
that
going to be very
fireball
useful.
in the sky.
Yeah, there's a big cloud that's sort of ominously. It seems like heading your way, but before that, we're going to
Sitting
see the
there.
sky. Yeah.
Menacingly.
I
So
guess.
here's like a representation to sort of give you the sky vibe. What I want to kind of
Oh,
point
sweet
out,
pretty.
what I want to kind of point out is that all the stars in the sky are sort of in one quadrant of the sky.
Hmm.
And the other side of the whole is basically completely starless except for like one or two stars. Let's say two.
Interesting.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good shit.
And there's a blue moon that's like also hovering above. Now, the big threatening cloud is expanding above you, and it'll be here in like at the current rate in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I would move out with my thing and be like, we have to keep going. Whatever that is going to be a terrible day if that gets to us.
You really think we can outrun that cloud?
No, but we
I
gotta find
think
some type of shelter.
I don't know if we can outrun it, but I think just standing here waiting for it to catch up is probably the worst idea than moving forward. So
All
I
right.
didn't propose that.
So as you look around outside, there's a number of places that you can kind of see from where
What
you
is
are.
the surrounding, really?
Yeah, you're on a very elevated plateau.
Oh
Okay.
god, that's not good.
Above like the jungle area. And we're gonna get some images out for you. So in one direction, you see, first of all, there's an old road. It's somewhat disused. It's nearby where your ship crashed, but it's not actually under your ship or anything. Okay.
Mhm.
So this road is going like north south. Okay. And um, among other features, I guess, the device which you obtained from Mr. Snake, the wrist device has a compass, okay, for that detection of direction, okay?
cool.
And to the south, you see this temple over a bridge.
Ooh,
This is
Okay.
probably our best way of shelter there
The
if we
whack
need it.
temple.
We don't have much time. We should go to that temple. There's no
What's
other
the
way to
other
get
option?
shelter. A road.
So is that all we see? Is
The
that
road in the other direction leads to the edge of the plateau, and it would actually there is a winding path down from there,
Mm.
but this is sort of a representation of that kind of ordeal.
Would
And
So
that would
we
be to
either
the,
follow.
that's to
So
the
we
north.
either follow the road into the jungle and don't find like building shelter, or we climb down where there's not a path, and we go to the temple. That's what I'm gathering.
Yeah.
Right.
From those play here, I guess saying what would be I don't know if this is like maybe history or investigation. What would be probably the best place to take cover against the, or what is the best path we should be going for?
Does anyone have mountains knowledge?
Nope.
A good question.
I do not have mountain knowledge.
No.
What was mine? I don't. Where would that be? Would that be in my?
Under
So
tools.
all your knowledges are recorded under tools
Yep.
Yep.
on your character sheet.
Hey, Luke. Question.
Uh-huh.
Would I have a feeling of where spirits would be moving from? Because you said it was fire and nature, so I'd assume that wind, air would be moving towards it, and water away.
It was fire and air. And what it's doing is expanding.
Hmm.
So it's not like necessarily targeting you, but it's
Hmm.
expanding in such a way that it would cover this area.
Really
So it's
soon.
going
And-
outward
yeah.
in multiple directions. It's not
Yeah,
just
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
see.
Okay.
Also, one of you does have the mountain knowledge.
I
I
don't
know.
have any terrain knowledge apparently, so
I have no strange knowledge. More political. All this stuff.
It's Vash. It's Vash. He has mountain knowledge. Okay.
I have mountain
Vash.
knowledge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Dave,
Vash.
look at your tools.
I have mountain knowledge.
All right. Yeah.
You know what? Those look like mountains there.
Thank
Wow,
you.
thanks, Dave.
Thank you
Thanks,
for that.
Vash.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Alright.
Dave.
What was the question asked exactly? So I know what the fuck I'm answering.
Vash, how long? Oh, sorry.
We were checking to see if any party member had mountain knowledge because you're in mountain terrain and we're like talking
Yeah.
about like hiding from the weather in mountain terrain. You know,
we
like
could do it.
finding a place to camp.
We could do it, but honestly, if we go that route, our best bet is seeing if we could find a cave up there. These storms are anything like the desert storms they had back on Gunsmoke. We want to get undercover.
And I'd rather not take our luck trying to find a cave when we have cover over there.
All right. So you want to make your way to the temple?
It's up to that's my suggestion.
I'm just gonna walk for it.
I'm gonna do that based on my past
Okay.
experiences. Like that, we need to get undercover.
And I guess yeah, if it's the only cover we can see for sure, yeah. So
All right. The Birdman looks at you all and he's like, I work alone, and he just
oh,
he
he's
just
one of
goes the
those.
other direction.
Either he lives to tell the tale again, or he dies. Okay, let's keep moving on.
Okay.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna walk up behind him before he goes. I'm gonna say,
What do
I'm gonna
you
say,
want?
hold on. Look, there's a lot we don't know. and-
His hand is on his scimitar, but he hasn't drawn it. But
is,
go on.
is this apparent? Is this apparent?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put my hand out and I'm gonna sort of like aim flat my hand, sort of like whoa to his like scimitar. I'm gonna say, look, there's a lot we don't know about this world, and there's a lot of info we were not given. I get if you want to go alone, but you don't have to. You have allies, and just remember, from one person who went at life alone to one life alone already. Sometimes having people to share the good and the bad with is better than stewing in it. And I'm going to hand him the wristwatch. If you're gonna
Okay.
go, at least take something.
He takes it, and you get to roll a persuasion with advantage.
Persuasion? I think you mean +7.
Persuasion with advantage. Yeah.
Good luck.
No.
Yeah, 17. Even with advantage.
He says to you, perhaps one day we will walk together in the fire. And then he just takes it and walks off.
I'm gonna mutter under breath, that guy's so good.
All right. So, the Minotaur claps his hands together and is like, all right then, follow me. And he just heads, like, he starts a jog towards that temple.
I will continue
He starts to
walking.
jog towards that.
And he's like,
yeah,
yeah.
if he starts to jog toward that temple, isn't he gonna fall? Because didn't we say that there's no road on that side of the plateau?
All right, we'll give him an acrobatics check.
If he
God.
fails, he just falls to his death, and we see him splat.
I think
No,
Oh,
he-
he got a nat
he-
20.
This
This
guy
dude
is
is a pro.
a natural athlete. He makes no mistakes.
That's good.
Well, that's good.
Inspiring confidence.
Interesting. I'm wondering if there's a better way to get through this rather than doing that.
James, seeing his epic fucking pro gymnast moves, is gonna try and climb down right after. He's inspired. What is that?
Go for it.
Acrobatics?
You can do acrobatics or athletics, or you can walk.
I think I'll do
and-
athletics, considering
this-
my acrobatics is -1.
Is this some? You said a road of some kind?
There's a Okay, so does anybody have frontier knowledge?
No.
I do.
All right. So you can tell that this road has fallen into disuse. It used to be well maintained, but maybe 20 years without anybody doing anything has kind of let this road go to shit.
Somebody
It's
get lost.
also on the opposite side of the giant plateau we're on from where we agreed to go.
Mm-hmm.
It's why we're climbing instead of
Yeah.
climbing down the other side.
Okay. Anyways,
Anyway,
You're
my
fine.
athletics
You're
is an
fine.
18. Cool.
Yep. You kick a couple rocks off the edge as you go, but you're fine.
Well, those. Can I find an easier way going down? Just looking down, even though it's like just look around
Yeah,
for.
You can you can use the plants as handholds.
Okay. Yep.
Okay, and they seem flexible and they'll kind of bend with you, but as long as you're not too heavy, it should be fine.
Yeah, fair enough. Double check that these plants are capable of holding me. I just tug a little bit, and then.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're reasonable.
Okay.
You know.
All right. If you guys are gonna take the one way or safe way, I'm taking the safe
So
way.
yeah, take advantage on your roll.
Okay. Oh, I needed that. 21.
Okay, you're fine.
Yeah, it would have been a thick Jackie.
Yep. Thank God I did advantage.
Okay, the elf is like, okay, I can do this. I can do this.
Do the same thing I did. Take the vines and
Ah!
come down.
Ah! And she
Right.
falls. And she falls.
I'm gonna move to break her fall.
Okay, you can make a. What's a good reflex action to do this?
Taking my
Hey,
dexterity.
Luke.
You're.
Okay,
Yeah, I
if-
think this
if
is
I-
probably
Luke,
athletics.
is this the cliffside?
It's not like a complete cliffside.
Well, let me
It's-
put it this way. Can I just use mold earth and just create a staircase downward?
Yes.
We could have.
No roll. You're
he's
fine.
already-
Everybody
already
and
fallen, so-
everybody who follows you is also fine. Okay.
Oh my
Rad.
God.
So, all right, I'm gonna roll the catcher. Oh
Okay.
no!
I will attempt to. Oh, I could.
Only the people who are ahead of her on the path can make this roll.
I guess
and-
I'll attempt to do so.
Okay.
but I think I'm gonna be able to catch
I made
somebody.
a bad roll.
We're doing
You give me the help.
athletic.
You give me the help action.
I don't have proficiency in athletics, so I cannot give you the
Okay.
advantage. So I gotta do it myself.
Yeah.
Well, then it's a 5 for me. Oh
It's a
no!
Also, Brosius is too far ahead. The Minotaur.
Mm-hmm.
I just realized his name
He's-
is
he's not-
Brosius.
He is Brosius. Nobody talked to him too much.
Wait.
Yeah.
Is she still falling?
He's too far ahead to help.
Gotcha,
Um,
but she's still.
Here,
Yeah, she
Yeah.
falls. She falls and falls and falls, and you don't see her again. Okay.
wait, he doesn't go near us at the bottom of the wall. I don't.
No, she fell like way forward and like is falling
Mm.
down into the. See, like in the image with the temple, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can imagine that there's places to fall down there, like in between you and the temple.
Further.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't realize we were
Oh my
that
God.
close to the temple, but
Yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, you were like a half mile from the temple.
Well, there goes one character.
Yeah.
Kind of
All right.
ripperoni.
Hey,
Brosius
Oh,
just
look.
shrugs. Brosius just looks back and shrugs. And is like, "This is what happens. The weak fall."
This guy.
I'm gonna look at the way that she fell and say, Gozraga Nor.
Can I look at
Do
the
a
way
little
she
prayer
fell
and continue forward.
and like investigate whether it was survivable?
Okay. Make a nature check.
Oh.
also have like sort of leaned over the edge to see.
Oh. Well.
Oh.
there you-
Oh my!
Mm,
That's a nat 20.
With with some kind of good luck, maybe it's survivable, but it just depends on whether she has the favor of the gods, because that's not normally survivable. But you
Okay.
know, there's a river
Miracle
down. There's a river down there. You know. Yeah. Okay.
Luke, Miko, the
Uh,
answer is no.
I,
The answer is no.
I like it. I like it. The respite. Yeah, that doesn't look good.
well, at least you guys took um,
I don't
the
think she
easier
made it.
route.
Now you're just going down the stairs that were
I
built.
would say
Yeah.
that was
Well,
well
I'm
thinking.
glad we have these stairs.
Yeah, I go when they
Yeah.
come up. I do say that was nice thinking. To the because I haven't gotten your name, Ryan. So I just nod at you, saying that to you.
I'll nod back and continue walking.
You know
All
what,
right, let's keep
Alright,
going.
So
I'm gonna raise my hand for a high five and go, yeah, that's my buddy Kaji.
I'm gonna give you a stern look, raise an eyebrow, and then continue walking.
Okay.
Oh, okay. And I'm gonna kind of like lower my hand and be like, oh, okay.
Maybe next time.
All right.
Um,
You approach the tower. Okay. So let me describe it. The art's not perfect for what I want here. So you see, there's a bridge, right? You cross this bridge, and then there's this like serpent, that like golden serpent that goes up into it, right?
Mhm.
Now, what there is in this image, but there is not in actuality, is there's not the staircase next to that. Okay.
Okay.
So the actual gate here, as you approach, is the mouth of this dragon. Okay.
Okay.
And you have to go up into that. As Brosius approaches it, the dragon's mouth just opens. He's like, oh, that's convenient.
Well, hold up, Brodius. There could be dangers around here. We should double check that. You don't want to get eaten the first day on the job, or whatever happens inside there.
Right then, what do you want to do about it?
Well, give me a second to just look around inside, or look inside closely to see if there's anything dangerous. Give me.
Go ahead.
Can I roll something to see if this golden serpent thing is actually
Can I
alive?
ask you what are you? You're some kind of cat mutant?
I guess so. Yeah, like I have cat ears and more ears. Don't ask me why. I don't know. I think I recall it maybe from my past time that maybe some inbreeding happened somewhere, but
Holy shit! Oh my god! He seems stunned.
Well, I don't, Chuck. I don't think you meant inbreeding. I think you meant crossbreeding.
crossbreeding. Yep. Yep. You got the mean.
So when a brother and a sister love each other very much. Sorry.
Yep.
Sorry.
Okay. All right. So
Okay. Anyway, can I do the thing
So
where?
I was gonna do an investigation check. How dangerous?
What was I gonna do?
what are all of you holding in your hands right now? I'm just kind of curious.
I don't have any.
I'll have lightning crack and summon my staff.
I mean, my
Okay.
cat's chilling on my shoulder.
I probably had at least one of my guns out.
Okay.
I have a dagger
Okay.
that I took off the body of what's his name.
I have nothing really other than
And I
that
guess
blue.
I also have my my gift stuff there.
Oh yeah, I do have my
Yeah.
apple though.
So floating behind, James is a. Let's get the image of that because that's kind of a big thing.
Wait.
Wait, hold on. Are we gonna pretend that it's been there the whole time and no one's
Wait
noticed?
a minute.
It's been there the whole time.
So
and we
wait
just
a minute.
need
You
to
had
talk about it.
something that's floating that could have maybe held somebody that was falling.
Yeah.
Wow,
I didn't-
that's just a
I
tragic
didn't know it was here. I didn't know it
Terrible
was
that-
just like sort of following along.
I guess this is
Hold on. So Brian just like materialized his. Can we just pretend like it can be materialized or some shit, please? Cause If this thing was just sort of hovering around, someone would have said something. We can't boycott that it was just there the whole time. Like,
What,
All
what
right, all
just
right.
materialized
We'll do
like
that.
all of a sudden? Again?
We'll get a link to it. Hang on.
I think you've got that.
If this is person carryable, we have a.
Well, it is. Here's the thing. I'm pretty sure there are actual rules for it that make it so if it flies off, it's not like it's a feather fall.
Fair.
Wait, you have a scooter or something, don't you?
I have an Elysian. I have a car. I have a car.
Where's it been this whole fucking
I
time?
have a hover car. That's what I'm saying.
I'm getting the image for it now.
Oh, hey, look at this.
Can we just assume you
Enchanted
found it in the crash site?
crystal
Oh my
habitat
god,
will
to my
slowly fall
sanity.
at a rate of up to 30 feet per second.
Can we just assume it was in the crash site and we can just keep some sanity intact?
It was at the crash site. It was never gathered, and it was left there. It is now decayed into ash.
Wow.
No.
Turn to sand.
The magic
We
knife just
collect
got
it in
destroyed
time.
first turn before it got a chance to be used.
Kenku took it.
Yeah, because Luke had a hard time balancing it, saying it was too overpowered, so he just wrote it off. That is gone.
Why is my image not working?
Then Josh gives away the fucking James Bond watch. Like a fucking putz.
I mean, to be fair, I thought I had a car coming.
Well, now you know that.
Now, well, did you get the key?
I feel as though
I am the key.
Hey, now your secret about James Bond, or I guess you can't really relate to that lady anymore.
Well, you can't really be James Bond because you don't have the watch.
Well, and none of you know who James Bond is. So
Yep.
there's the one person
Well,
in this
that's an
entire group.
assumption.
Really?
There's one person. in
There
this
we
entire
go. I
group
got the
who
image.
knew
I got the
James Bond
image.
was. Just
Wow. Yep.
All right. So, this thing is just sort of floating along. Okay, all right. Now that we think about it, here's what happens. Okay, you realize you've got the control crystal to your car in your pocket. Okay, and when you pick it up, this thing like floats down towards you from the top, and it just floats next to you. Okay, like it just left the crash site. Like this is what it does when it's called, right?
It just activated.
James.
Yeah.
I gotta. He's like looking at you like.
I'm gonna look
I'm
at
like-
it and I'm gonna be like, "That's cool."
Like, holy crap.
You had that the whole time, James?
I didn't know I had this the whole time.
Okay. Fair enough. I guess lucky for you.
I
Wish
just
it was a-
checked my pocket. Listen, if you recall, these bodies and clothes and everything were literally just made like an hour ago for all
No.
of us. So
You have
it just.
Anstev, you have that perception moment. What's your passive perception?
19.
All right, it's time for me to roll a stealth check.
Ooh.
Oh.
Somebody's being spooky and sneaky.
someone being a sneaky. Someone.
Oh,
doing
that's a very poor check. Everybody sees this. Okay, it's not just. It's not even just Anstev. Literally everybody sees this. Okay.
You get tired of waiting and just go in.
There's a giant bird. It's like it's not even. I guess it's not that big. It's like
Mhm.
a medium-sized bird.
Mhm.
And it is in a dive towards at least one of you. You can't tell from this distance.
When you say medium-sized bird, are we talking like ostrich or are we talking like falcon?
We're talking like eagle size.
So
Eagles.
it's
Over eagle.
does it
it-
show
it's a bald-
hostile
it's a bald
intent?
eagle.
Right. Like, how many pounds would you guess it is? Let's do it that way.
Well, because
know.
it's like bird bones, it's probably like 40 pounds.
Ooh. It's coming
That's
after
a
us.
lot of bird, I'm going to tell you right
It
now.
is a lot of
Yeah. All right, it's diving down. Just you can tell it's coming for one of the people in the party, at least.
Let me know when it's within 60 feet.
All right, you have a round. We can roll initiative on it. Okay.
Okay, cool.
Roll. Okay.
Initiative. I have a -1 to initiative. Still got an 18. All right.
15.
All right. Very
All right,
excited.
I have to roll plus.
Hold on, my -1 to initiative is the highest.
Yep, it is. I had a really low, 8+8.
All right, James Bond, you won initiative.
Does anybody want to switch with me to be higher? FYI. Sorry, I got.
Chuck, if you
Oh, yeah.
how far is
I
it
don't need-
first?
It's the gunslinger initiative. It's
And
ranged.
Sev, if you want to do that feature, you have to
Mhm.
pick who you want to do it with.
Okay, gotcha.
Because actually,
Yeah.
I don't want to open the conversation every
Yeah,
time
make
there's a fight.
every conversation. Yeah, fair enough. All
Yeah.
right. So
Okay.
looking at the situation here, I guess he would look closely to see that Kaji, because his perception is high, that has some type of connection to it, and he's basically choosing Kaji if he wants to go high. It'll be a turn higher to me. That's basically it.
Okay, so Kaji, do you want to go before Ansev?
Sure.
Okay, James Bond, you're
that would put
first.
you second in turn order.
James Bond is first.
How far away is this thing? I guess.
This thing is. This thing is 50 feet in the air, but it's in a dive, so.
I don't know what I can do. I guess I'm gonna ready an act. You know what? I'm gonna ready an action to dive in front of the bird, like whoever it is about to fucking dive bomb.
Okay.
Gonna ready an action to take the hit.
Okay, so the next people are all initiative 15, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who has the highest dex? I have a dex 18 on my monster.
Well, so the only 15s were Kaji and Ansev, and they
and-
agreed to.
and the,
Sweet.
the creature has a 15 as well.
Oh shoot.
Oh,
Oh, yeah, I'm a
Okay.
-1.
Oh yeah,
So
he would.
I think the creature goes next.
Cool. There you go.
Okay, so it is diving towards Vash.
Ooh, poor Vash.
Okay.
Bring it, bitch.
All right. We do an attack roll.
I'd
This
like
is-
to.
This is +6. Does a 17 hit you?
Yes.
It definitely hits me, but if you recall, I'd
Okay.
like to push him out of the way and take the hit.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
That's
So you're going to push Vash out of the way and take this hit. Okay.
He,
Yeah, because you prepared that action.
Yeah.
We literally
do
said
that.
he was going to get in front of it, not.
Mhm.
But yeah.
That's
effect-
fine.
To get,
Yeah.
to get in front of the bird, and to do that, I'd probably have to like bump him out of the way.
All right. So Vash, he's gonna push you out of the way. Are you gonna let him push you out of the way?
Yeah.
All right then. All right then. You're prone, and you're standing next to him, and you're taking the attack instead on James Bond. Okay.
Yeah.
So the attack is still a 17 to hit.
It definitely hits. We're not wearing armor,
All
so
right, you're gonna take D6 plus 4.
Ooh, God,
oh.
that is
that
close.
that could
5
But-
damage. 5
that
damage.
could actually
Savage.
okay.
Okay.
That definitely looked like it hurt. My HP is not great.
You got this,
Okay.
Kaji. As I look at-
And it's going to attempt to steal a small object from Vash.
Oh,
Okay. So Yeah.
Okay.
so
I don't got a whole lot.
you get to make a dex save.
he
on
takes
Vash.
your other gun.
What if it takes one of your guns?
It better fucking not. I'll be pissed.
New D&D monster manual enemy. Eagle with a Glock.
Eagle
Oh,
with a
yeah.
Glock. That's a dangerous thing. It has rage and
Right.
air superiority.
All right. So
That's
did you make
like
a dex save on
gunslinging
Vash?
Iroquois.
Oh my God.
Oh, I gotta make a dex save. That's right.
Come on, pass this. Sounds good.
I don't think it does.
All right. The dex save. You take 1 damage, and he takes your gun.
Oh my God.
All right. So we'll just say he takes last chance. Okay. All right. Now that's the end of his turn. And now we have the other people who are at a 15, starting with Kaji, and then
This motherfucker.
Am I able to get within 5 feet of him?
yeah, you have to move like 20 feet, but then you're in 5 feet of him.
Okay. So I will use my bonus action to call a Spirit of Lightning, and then I'm going to
Alright.
strike it with my staff.
Okay, hit it.
That is horrendous.
Ooh. All right. So
Thank
are
you,
you?
D&D
I'm going to give you a
Beyond.
choice. Are you swinging your staff side to side or smashing it down?
It would be up and down. Try and ground it.
All right. Unfortunately, on the ground is Vash.
What?
Oh,
Okay.
bye-bye,
Now
Vash.
you get to re-roll the attack against Vash.
It was nice.
I apologize, Vash. This is going to hurt.
Oh god.
I would have just
Dolo?
had the same damage.
Ah,
That's
yes!
There you
Oh,
go.
thank God, yeah.
He rolled absolute garbage
Yeah, doesn't hit.
and doesn't hit.
Thank God.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you,
I mean,
D&D
what?
Beyond. You both screwed me over and saved me all at the same time.
All right.
With
Right,
shitty
like
rolls.
that swing though, like it landed like 2 inches shy between your legs.
Immediately
gonna say,
after
is it-
this, I'm gonna look at my
Did you get a
hands.
nice-
I'm gonna look at my
Did he
hands.
get
and-
a? Vash just get a nice manscaping job? Is that what happened
Just
here?
just about. Just
No,
about.
Yeah.
Immediately after this strike, I'm gonna look
Okay.
at my hands and be like, body doesn't fit right. That kind of look, being like, this doesn't feel right.
All right, and Sev.
And so we'll look at since everybody's everywhere. He looks at Kaji again because he's right next to the enemy right now, and be like, Kaji, try again, and then basically gives him battle present to attack again. The bird.
Be
So-
careful this time, please.
Crunch.
You get,
Saga.
you get to
Hold
make,
on,
you
hold
get
on,
to
hold
make
on.
an additional attack.
Hold on, before he does that, I would like to argue that the bird is flanked.
Yeah, the
If
bird
it's-
is the bird is functionally flanked now. Yeah.
Yeah, because if it was picking the gun off him on the ground and I was next to him because I pushed him on the ground,
Right.
it's flanked by not just
Good.
back below it, I guess. It's got both me and Kaji to its side. So
Right. Yeah.
Advantage?
The bird is flanked now. I'm good with that.
Am I rolling with advantage, or is there an add to it?
I think we're gonna add +2. So
+2.
Yeah.
Please, D&D
luck.
Beyond.
16 to
So
hit.
that's
Alright,
gonna
you
be
hit
a
it.
16.
you hit it.
Fantastic. I'm gonna use my lightning feature on top of it.
Okay.
There you go. And then he also gets my int for telling it like
Oh,
basically.
right.
like,
So you add 4 to this damage.
5.
Okay.
5.
Oh, it's 5. Okay.
Yep.
And that's going to be a +7 plus his 5.
Okay. So 12 damage.
it's an 11.
It's the 11 plus the 7 plus the 3 plus the 5.
21, 26. Wow.
Okay. The bird bounces off the ground. Okay. It drops the gun right next to on the ground next to
Also right
Vash.
between his legs. Vash is-
yeah. Right.
Nice.
But the bird, like, it immediately after that it does get up and it is flying again. Okay. But it is like it was just brained. It was just like, it was just absolutely
Smashed it with the staff, and the moment it connects, a blast of lightning hits off of it.
Right.
Jeez.
Okay, next. That was Ansev's turn.
Yep. I can't do anything else. So. we're on
So
attacks,
next I think is Acretia.
All right.
Yeah.
How far away from me is this bird?
Why did you? I mean, this is your first initiative roll, but you rolled it twice. Anyway, the bird. Let's
Yeah,
just
I said
say.
ignore it. I said ignore
Oh,
this.
okay, okay.
Just
Your
misclick.
bird is. I'm sorry. You are. Let's just say. You're 30 feet away from it.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Is it in the air or is it on the ground?
It is. It is like 2 feet off the ground.
Oh, okay.
It was. It was
yeah.
just like knocked into the ground and it got back up.
I cast academic anguish on it.
yeah.
All right.
Interesting.
Needs to make an int save. 14. Or be
Interesting.
introduced to like probably a concept of how pissed off the Vash is going to be if it takes its gun again.
All right, it has a +3 to its save,
Jesus, that's high.
and it got a 10, so it failed.
What do you expect? It's an eagle with a Glock.
All right, well, it's going to fucking take 10 fucking goddamn damage.
You know, I actually, we'll just say I should have used a different attribute. It actually has a -4 to its int save. Okay. Because I was using its wisdom score, not its int score.
Yeah, it takes 10 psychic damage.
All right. Takes 10 psychic damage. So,
Man, that's scary. That one shot would one shot me right there.
How much-
Look, does a
I've-
creature just look at it funny and raise an eyebrow? Like,
it is a dead bird.
And it just falls.
Jeez.
Oh,
Yeah.
I just tossed my head back and like
My
laughed
gun!
like
Did I get my
gleefully.
gun?
Like
The bird like holds
It's a
its
beautiful
wings
laugh.
to its holds its wings right to its like face, like it's covering something up, and then it just like falls over and it's just dead.
I'm
Oh,
going
it's
to then walk over to the bird, grab it by its feet, and sling it over my shoulder.
Can I get my gun?
All right.
Well,
Yeah, you can.
he
You
dropped
can
it
grab
to
your
the
gun.
ground.
It's right by your. It's right by
Mm.
your feet.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I picked my gun up.
you did well.
okay.
I'm gonna look at Kaji and I'm gonna say, "Oh, good dinner." Right?
That bird had 29 HP. And I think-
Wow.
yeah.
Well, nice job, Kaji. Thank you for taking my thoughts on hitting it again right there on the weak point.
Hmm.
All right.
Nice job, everyone. And I'm gonna bend down and I'm gonna give reach my hand out for Vash to help him up.
I take it. Thank you kindly. Appreciate all y'all's help
Yeah,
there.
sure. And I'm gonna grab my shoulder, and I'm assuming I've just got this gouge in my shoulder where the thing fucking dive bombed me.
I see you notice your kind of reaction at the pain. I'm like, you're not one to get commonplace injuries like that often, are you?
It hurts. It hurts a lot.
Well, you
And I'm
spend
gonna
enough time with me, around me, you're gonna get a few more of them. So be prepared.
Brosius shrugs and he says, "I'm no medic. Anybody? Anybody?"
I'm gonna look and I'm gonna say, "Oh, it hurts." And as I hold my hand over the wound, I'm gonna cast Lay on Hands.
Okay, cool.
So
Brosius is like, "Holy shit! What is that?"
and I'm gonna
You're like
get, and
feeling
I'm
your
gonna
own wound.
gonna be like, "Oh, I guess I'm the medic."
Well, ain't that just
Cool.
fancy?
All right, I'm gonna take a time to look at this temple and just see what.
Okay. Let me get into that then.
Yep.
As the ancient doors of the temple, which were the dragon's mouth, open, you see a 10-foot wide, 10-foot tall, 80-foot long, slanted corridor that curves to the right as you go up it.
Okay.
The ceiling is made of carved stone bricks with a form of hieroglyphic writing on them.
Ooh,
Strangely, the left and right walls are lined with mirrors.
Ooh, okay. Mirror. Interesting.
I'd like to look at myself. I don't actually know what I look like.
I'm curious how old.
Oh yeah,
these
I'm
would
checking
be,
myself out
trying to
too.
get, like, in terms of how old this structure is.
Can
But
I
I just-
investigate how hot I am in this mirror?
Yeah,
I
you can
look
all
at-
get a good look
Can I
at yourself
also
in the mirror.
investigate how
Yep.
incredibly gorgeous I am?
When Brosius looks in the mirror, his fists curl up into fists, and he slams it into the mirror, shattering it.
What was that, Brosius? What
Now,
was that for?
I will say this is not destroying the entire corridor's lined mirrors, but it's just one section of it.
Mhm.
This-
Huh.
That goddess tricked me. I
Tricked?
told her I wanted to be the perfect warrior, and she made me this monster. And he
That's
spits.
I mean, you do look like you could probably fuck a lot of people up. Isn't that what a warrior would do? Isn't that what you would want?
I look like a brute monster. This is disgusting. Then he just
I'm gonna tell him. Listen, just because you look like a monster doesn't mean you are one. And by the fact, just
Akra
carry
deck.
yourself.
Imagine town. Misconceptions.
he seems to be stewing on all that.
I'm sure in all of our worlds we've come from a place where you walk in somewhere.
I just put my
you walk
hand on his
somewhere.
arm and smile.
You walk somewhere looking different, and people make misconceptions about you. But if you let that get to you, I mean, they don't know the real you, and you do. And it's all about how you carry yourself. If people don't like the way you look, make them like the way you act.
He snorts.
Listen, big fella, I don't know nothing about monsters or none of all that. What I do know is if I was gonna pick someone that I'd like to have in a fight, based off of appearances, which that may be what you were going for, maybe it wasn't. You'd probably be number one in that list, big guy.
Look, you're gonna get a second chance,
Thanks.
right? Once.
Thanks.
Whisper in his ear, people should not respect power. They should fear it.
Oh,
Are you
Jeez.
trying to? Are you trying to make it? What are you doing, Miko?
I'm
Miko's
sorry.
fucking
I'm
creating a BBEG right now.
just,
All right.
We
I'm
have some
just
troubles
playing
here.
my character the
Goshen
way you are,
Doga.
just like you.
Yeah. So you all look in the mirror. You see your character as they appear. There's nothing trickster about this mirror. It's not trying to make you look like heavier or lighter or any funhouse shit. Okay.
I didn't look in the mirror.
You didn't look. Okay.
Yeah, I would actually say Goshen Doga. Let's climb.
Fair enough. Sounds good,
Something
Cody.
I
I'm gonna check
figured it was
for
something about vanity.
anything for any trash while we're along the way. Just with my passive, just keep it there. So.
All right. Are you leading the way?
I would just
Yeah,
continue
what's the
forward.
marching order?
God, he is.
Yeah, let's do a marching order for this.
I
Alright.
would just be continuing walking forward. If people want to walk ahead or behind me, I would not stop them.
I'll be on side by him, just looking. There's nothing on.
I'd probably be
I
towards
guess-
the back.
Just,
I'll actually, I think I'll hang out in the back with Vash. So you've got the two front,
yeah.
and the two back. We're doing two for two. I guess that just leaves Brosius and Akrishka in the middle.
By the way, is it dark in this temple? Is there light glimmering? I forgot to add. But if that,
The only light that you see is reflected from the mirrors from the entrance right now.
oh my God! It's
The only light you see are my beautiful white teeth
so
glistening.
thank God I have dark vision. That's what I'm hearing here.
I'm typing out the marching order to see if I'm getting it right. Let's see.
That's a good question. Do I have dark vision? I think I do. I'm a half elf. I have to. Yeah. Isn't dark vision normally 60 feet?
That is correct.
Oh. Okay. I've got better dark vision.
Nice.
Hey, Luke,
Apparently,
quick question
mine's
for you.
120 feet.
Yes.
If I were to call a spirit of fire, would that give off light?
No, it would give off fire.
Okay, I think that's the order.
That's
Sorry.
sorry.
Starting out now.
A spirit of what now? Which kind of spirit?
A spirit of fire?
It will give off heat and light.
This is.
And yes, that looks right, Luke.
Okay. All right, so Ansev, you've got your passive perception.
Yeah, to keep us to make sure nothing goes wrong.
What is it? What is it now?
Passive perception is 19. Passive investigation is 22 and that's for traps. So.
This is for traps. So, okay.
Yep.
As you get 20 feet into this corridor,
Mhm.
you see the next step is a pressure plate. The
Hold
next
up.
step after that is a pressure plate. All the steps that you can see from this point on are pressured.
We have a problem here.
And when you
Stop.
look more deeply, you also see there's mechanisms in the ceiling and on the floor,
Okay.
and they go all around you.
Oh, no.
There's something's going to happen when you move forward, and you're not sure what it is.
All right, fair enough. He looks and he's like, he basically calls you like, hold up, something is amiss here. Something is wrong with these things in front of us, pressure plates. And I see some mechanisms left to right, and as I explained to everybody behind us, and
Hey,
I don't know what.
Magica,
Well,
do you sense magic here?
Does anybody have detect magic?
Not yet.
I would like to. I'm gonna. James is gonna shout to the front, and he's gonna be like, "Well, Luke, actually, how far away from the entrance? Can we see where we came in at all?"
Yeah, it's only 20 feet in, so you all are like, even the back rank of you are like 10 feet from the entrance. Yeah.
So I'm gonna shout to the front. I'm gonna say, "Well, I mean, our goal was to find shelter, and technically,
How
there's
large
no
is that
reason
opening?
we have to continue."
Yeah, you can stay here and shelter for a time. What were you
For
saying?
How
Er,
large is that opening?
It's a 10 foot by 10 foot.
sound like boulder. Is there a boulder
It's a
coming our
big
way?
enough size.
I
You
sound like
said 10 feet by 10 feet?
Yeah.
Man, the fact that we have a long corridor, there's pressure plates. I'm sounding boulder, guys, and
Also,
I don't like boulder.
Chuck, it's not a boulder; it's a rock. Okay.
Oh God.
Can we mold some more earths?
By the way,
That's
I
what
want to
I
talk
was
about what's. I
thinking,
want to talk
but
about
it's
what's
only
going
a
on with the
5-foot
atmosphere.
cube.
I want to talk about what's going on with the atmospheric disturbance outside. So the temperature is dropping. You see an ash rain, and the sky outside has become completely black.
Well, no point going outside.
So that does make it
I
dark
mean,
in here to the point that you are having trouble seeing now.
No. Is
I'm-
there? Oh, go ahead.
I'm not keen to test those pressure plates yet. I mean, this place, even though it seems old, looks like it's been well maintained. We could just wait here. If someone's gonna come by, they're gonna come by. We don't have to test the sketchy pressure plates, and we have cover here.
You make a good point. I mean, we don't need to go further through this. We just needed something to protect us.
And even though we've only, I guess, been in these bodies for not even 24 hours, I don't think.
Can I
I don't know about you guys.
investigate?
I'm tired.
Yeah. Go ahead and investigate.
Yeah, y'all are welcome to rest, but I'm keen to figure out what could
Do I
be
see
within these
anything
ruins
more
here.
than he saw?
All right, let me see if there's a knowledge that applies here.
What are you
Ooh.
trying to investigate, Miko?
Same thing. I just rolled higher.
Trying to see if there's
Oh.
more that you could
What you
find.
mean? What rolled higher? No, I got 22.
Oh wait, where was the roll I was looking at then? Oh, sorry. Wait.
His was passive. He had passive stuff.
Oh, sorry. Never mind.
He didn't roll for it. It was passive.
Passive 22 and passive 19 for perception.
All right, making an effort, including the knowledges I have. And I got a 20. 30,
Okay.
20.
So as we thought about the idea that there could be a boulder that goes down this,
That's just
that was
funny.
a possibility. And when you think about it, it doesn't really make sense. Sure, it could be true, but if there was a boulder that had gone down this hallway, it's never done it before, and like
there.
because
Yep.
there's no marks, there's no scuff on the wall. It would shatter all the mirrors for one thing. That
Gotcha.
seems like a terrible idea for your boulder trap.
That was
Yeah.
all right. So, looking and noticing the situation here, I mean, it seems like nothing is going to come down at us if we want to test the pressure plates. Or can I see, is there like a route around these pressure plates? Is there like some type of route, or all of them are like this?
Unless you've like mastered wall running or
Okay,
like
yeah,
spider
no,
climbing.
no.
Yeah.
No,
Can
okay.
I tell if the mirrors have any interaction with the pressure plates?
The mirrors have no mechanical apparatus at all.
All right. Look, if you guys want
Mochen Osh Ebkron to battle.
oh,
I'm just
Hey,
gonna
you
walk.
want to do this?
I'm gonna
you
walk.
did it.
All right, we're gonna do this. Okay.
Oh
As you
boy.
step forward, the exit behind you is engulfed in flame,
Oh,
and spouts on each step start lighting up on fire. So now the fire is 5 feet behind the farthest back people.
okay. You guys are getting roasted.
I'm
Run.
gonna. James is gonna yell, "I told you not to press it! Run!"
Right. All right, everybody, it's time to get your steps in. Jog up this hill. Come on with me, guys. And the
James
Minotaur
is
is
definitely like just some
Let's
lame
get
personal
moving.
trainer.
Just keep
Yeah.
at it, everyone.
Seriously, personal training. It's like personal motivation.
You're
Yeah,
quite bold for doing that,
Dude
Kaji.
was definitely like he's definitely like a personal gym trainer, and he like fucked a lot of married dudes, rich wives. This was that guy.
Yeah, you stumbled on that, but you recovered it.
So how's our looking running in this dungeon? As we're
his background is athlete.
oh my god.
Anyway, what were
And
you
sure,
saying?
Yeah, I guess.
Uh,
Are we running?
Yeah, we're running through. So let's go. Yeah.
Jogging up the stairs. Okay.
Yep.
Big Green's out in front, I assume.
Yeah. All right. So you're gonna make athletics checks
Oh
to like
god.
keep the pace.
Can I just
All right,
hop
let's
on
do this.
somebody? Can I hop on Brosius?
Oh yeah, I'm pulling out. Pulling forward, I guess.
Oh, Proceus is not
Ooh.
off to a great start, but it's still good enough.
Better than me. Oh god.
All right.
I'm down.
Ansev's falling behind a level, so you were in front, so you're okay still.
Mhm.
Okay. You all make it another 30 feet up this ramp.
My
Oh,
final
I gotta roll.
booking.
Do I gotta roll athletics? Hold on, I wasn't paying attention. That's my fault.
Yeah.
19.
All right, you're all keeping a good pace. Okay.
Vash and Akersa take the front.
Yeah.
I look to my side. And give him
Yeah,
a
I'll
big-
go ahead and say anybody
Shitting
who rolled
grin.
anybody who made over a 20 actually is gaining. So
Oh god, I would never gain.
I
Okay.
gained.
a 20 or over, I'll say.
So,
See-
so Vash, you and I are
I
still in the back.
I look
We
at
haven't-
Vash
Yeah.
as I pull ahead.
Yeah. And Ansev falls back to the middle rank.
Ugh.
Okay.
This is
I'm feeling competitive now. I gotta catch the fuck up.
Let's go.
All right, as you
Roll
as
again.
you go up, we're gonna go again. But as you get to this stage, you're like coming around a corner, and you see an orb that's like descending from the ceiling.
Oh god, dodge it. Jump.
Okay.
What kind of orb? Do we have like description here?
We
Yeah,
have
those
orb
of us who have
knowledge.
dark vision, can we get
Alright.
some orb knowledge?
The orb is illuminating. So first of all, it's providing light for this part of this area.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
But the light is becoming like more and more intense. Like
Is it like a disco ball that fucking breathes fire?
it's like a disco ball because it is a spinning orb with
I am
light
trying
beams
to avoid
that are
looking
bouncing
at
off.
it.
That are going to bounce off all the mirrors.
Oh god, don't look.
Yeah.
Look.
Okay, so we're jogging. We're jogging up this thing. We got to do another athletics check.
Well, guy in the game behind.
Yes, catching up.
This is not
Oh,
looking good
He
here.
caught up. Oh no, somebody's not doing good.
Yeah.
Vash pulls ahead, and now
He
Anseb is
catches up
back
to
in
you.
the back with me.
Yay, what's up?
All right, so this time Kaji and Ansev fall back,
Oh god.
and Vash pulls ahead. Okay.
Yeah, I catch up
Vash
with
catches
the,
up with me, so I give him a
yeah.
big grin as he catches.
All right,
This is
so
not looking good.
Ansev and
Um,
Ansev's in the back row now, and who
Yep.
else?
Me. I haven't moved, so I'm still in the back.
And Kaji's in the middle. Okay, got it. Okay, and now we all need to dodge lasers as part of this. So that's
Uh,
acrobatics. Okay.
Oh no, I have a -1 to acrobatic.
I have a +2. Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
God.
All right,
Yeah.
everybody over a 10 is
hold
fine.
on. I accidentally rolled athletics. Hold on.
Having
It is
basically
acrobatics.
flipping
Oh,
over
no.
these lasers, I look at
Oh,
your
no.
character, Mika, with a shit-eating grin.
Guys,
Right, we have D6 fire coming at James Bond.
Oh boy.
Oh god.
4 damage.
Oh my god. That hurt.
Yep. Okay. Nobody else. Wait. Is that the only? That's the only fail. Yeah. Okay.
yes.
Yep.
So now we have one more like athletics to get to the top.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm gonna get roasted.
Yeah. Maybe.
Wow, you said yeah. You are really covered to my oh.
Bring
Ah,
it!
yes! Let's
Bring
go!
it! Luke!
So Brian, you and Onsev trade places,
Oh my
All right.
god.
So all right, we're up
and
at the
I
top.
maintain, I guess. Still.
All right. So
Luke, bring it!
Oh no, I got a 5.
all right, so Kaji's getting some fire damage.
Oh,
All right.
God.
A
That's
sad
fine.
face as Bash falls behind.
I would like to
Yeah.
mention that I wasn't
5.
actually
Right-
trying to run
Right
at
after
all.
I gave you that shitty
True,
grin,
true.
catch a bunch of clips and shit.
Oh god.
Okay.
You know what? I want it
5
noted
fire.
that because hold on, because Onsev got a 15 and I got a 5, which is the opposite of what should be happening on side 6. I like to think that I like pushed him to help him get a boost and I tripped over myself when I did it.
You looking
Yeah.
with a confused look if that was the case. Like, why did you do that? I was fine.
James Bond also got cooked for 5 then.
Oh my
Okay.
god.
James
All right.
Bond is trying to help.
Fair
Okay,
enough.
but now you're all
James Bond
through.
also has 2 HP.
You're all
Yeah.
through the. You're all through the corridor. Okay, and
Oh god.
I had
Thank
to
God
find
I
the
was in
art
the
for the next
front.
room.
Holy crap! I would have been roasting right now.
I'm like,
Oh,
catch my breath. I'm like, man, you're a speedy bitch. You know that short stack?
I just give him a fly. A giggle.
oh, jeez.
James Dean is gonna be the last one into the exit there, and he's just gonna be like covered in black scars, and like his clothes are gonna be singed.
Do like this little jump race thing.
He's
can
like,
land.
he's like.
Yes, yeah, like when you light fire in like Tom and Jerry or something.
Well, I do say. I look at him. I say, well, I do think I was fine right that moment. I did appreciate the gesture of helping me.
All right, this
I'm
armored
gonna
figure is
I'm
on
gonna
the.
bend over and I'm gonna be like, yeah, that's good.
This armored figure at the far end of the room is standing there, kind of waiting for you all to get your shit together. He's just standing there.
Ni Magarki Usarak. Never fear the unknown, and I'll just walk forward.
Oh, hold up, Kaji.
I don't know about the unknown. The unknown hurt like just a couple minutes ago, so
So he's engaging it. I'm just watching it.
I,
I basically.
I rush up and I just arm in arm with Kaji here.
I
There
thought
you
you were gonna say I rushed up and I decked the thing in the face.
I would just be shortly behind them. So
I'll be behind.
I would be taking up the back, limping a little bit, with my 2 HP.
I'll help you out. Like carrying inside of you. Right there.
Does it do
It
anything
says-
as it
It
approaches?
says, it holds its spear at its side, and it says, "Ototo Ipa."
What is that?
So,
Elvish?
Says the man who's been
It's
saying
not-
language.
Not a
24
not
I
a
don't know
language
who
any
Toto-
of you
I don't
have
know who-
heard before.
Toto is. I don't know who
Interesting.
Toto is or why he eats pie, but
That's a strange language for sure. It would take some time to be able to discern what that even means. We don't have time for that though.
I swear and wonder in one of my native languages, which actually, Josh, you're from the real world. What part
Oh,
of the
I
real
had
world?
I had a thing to ask you, Javi, about your Dave, about your languages.
Yeah,
I gave you both of
Oh.
them because I just didn't know the right answer.
they're
is-
both correct. I would imagine they're probably bastardized versions of each one.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
what's
Which-
your question, Dave?
What part of of Earth is your character from?
My character?
Yes, like what country is he from?
He's American.
You basically you understand kind of my curse is like a bastardized version of English.
So one of the things that I'm going to explain is you all can understand each other because of magic, because you're attuned to the Elysian crystal that like kind of got you all together. So you
Mhm.
all, even though you're all speaking completely different languages, you can
Oh.
actually understand each other. But it is a
Cool.
weird thing when you actually are speaking the same language. You can kind of, you actually like intellectually like, whoa,
I think it's because
You
of the
know?
nanites they put in our brain.
yeah,
Okay.
So I understood it, but it was maybe a little bit weirder for your character, Josh.
right.
Got it.
Not quite English, but kind of there.
So it doesn't do anything, right? Can I just see if the thing in front of us is living or more of like a structural golem or something? Because it's hard to tell.
Faint rising and falling of its chest would indicate that it's breathing.
Breathing. Okay, thank you. There we go.
I'd like to I'd like to kind of brush by everyone and say, and walk up to the thing and hold my hand out for a handshake and say, James Bond, nice to meet you.
It holds up its spear towards you and says, "Hate."
But don't think it like that.
I'm gonna,
I,
I'm gonna put my hands up and be
I
like,
kind
whoa,
of
whoa,
raised one of
whoa,
my
whoa.
guns, kind of in response, kind of
Hold
just
up.
watching his back. I
gonna-
don't do anything with it. I just ready it.
I'm gonna see him raise the gun. I'm gonna be like, whoa, 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 it's a misunderstanding, and I'm gonna smile warmly at the knight. I guess I'm going to say, we don't understand, and I'm gonna kind of like, I guess, be a little animated when I say it.
Okay, make a performance check. You're trying to like charades understand something to
Can
somebody.
Pretty much.
Can I
Parade to
give-
him that we don't know what he's saying.
Is this gonna take a minute to do this whole process? 'Cause
It's gonna take at least like 30 seconds. Yeah.
That's
30
a
seconds,
20,
a minute.
30, 20.
Oh, turn it fine. I
Okay.
I have a +7 to
All right.
Yeah, I could have given you my proficiency bonus if it took a minute, if possible.
Oh, yeah. No,
He
just,
says
don't worry about it. My charisma shit's fine.
he looks a little puzzled. He says, "Kuve vanipa kalazivre."
Is he also miming a little bit, or what's going on here?
I elbow
Um,
James, like, keep going. I think it's working.
Actually, I'm gonna like put my hand on my chest and sort of gesture to everyone around, and I'm going to say, Arathiel, and see if that makes him react.
No reaction.
Hmm. Interesting.
Okay. So I'm gonna point to me using my hands, and I'm gonna say, James, and then I'm gonna point to him, sort of like,
He points to you and says, "James, sa."
and I'm gonna nod like, yeah, okay, and then I'm gonna point to him, sort of like expecting something.
He trail he te.
He trail, he tay.
Well, Vitae. Okay. I guess I'll go beside him and also basically converse and say, Anseb sa, and point at me.
Say, guys, I have a way for him to understand us, but he's not going to like it.
What
Are
does that
we going to like
What
it?
does that mean?
His comprehend languages spell.
It's painful.
We don't
Let's
need
maybe
to
not
fight.
hurt the guy who has a big spear.
I mean, it would make things a little bit simpler, and if he does get a bit rowdy, I can put one through his forehead. So
Take-
He might. Why would we? This guy seems to
Exactly.
just be doing his job.
I just
Why
want
would
him
we
to
want
understand.
we just
Yeah,
want to
we
know.
don't.
It's conversation. Communication's the way the world goes round, I suppose.
Communication doesn't need to be painful. This is work.
It's just that is a facilitation of the communication. The communication will be fine.
This is working. You just need to be patient.
I don't do that well, but I'll give you a second, I suppose.
And do I when I say his name back to him, does he respond, or what I assume to be his name?
He nods, and then he takes his spear and draws a line on the ground in front of him.
Oh,
Okay. And
Essentially, like a don't cross.
yeah, yeah. And he says, he points over his shoulder and he says, "Biate ene," and then he looks back at you.
points to his
Do I-
shoulder.
When he
Okay.
when he turns around, I use prestidigitation to erase the line.
Okay. The line was only like drawn with like just it's not like he scratched it in any way, so it's fine.
Yeah, I think he was just.
He just like kind of waved his spear in the like kind of drawing a
Oh.
line in the air.
Can I give a
Yeah.
impression or gesture of how to get out to him? Like, is there any way I could show like a gesture?
Or
say, how
better
do we
yet,
get out
can
here?
we?
Make a intelligence check.
Intelligence. Hey, I'm good at that stuff. Yeah, I am.
All right. You figure out a way to mime something about exit. Okay.
Okay.
And he just points down the hallway behind you.
Oh, there we go.
By the way, the fires have burned for about a
That's
minute,
what I thought,
and
okay.
then they went out.
Okay, thank you. That's what I was wondering. I was like,
Yeah.
are we gonna get roasted again? Is that what he wants us to do? Are we going back to
No.
heaven?
I'm gonna point to the line, sort of like the line he drew, and then I'm gonna like put my hands up and back up, saying, "All right, like that's fine, we'll respect it." And I'm gonna say, "Guys, we have full shelter here. As long as we don't cross the line, we can rest here. I think it doesn't look like anyone passed. Like it doesn't look like we're necessarily trespassing yet.
Following on
We
that,
avoid
what's
that.
the nature of this facility?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm curious by nature,
Hmm.
so I might be pressing my luck.
All right. So who has mysticism?
Me.
I-
I have it. I have one.
I have
I
mysticism
have
too.
one as well.
2
Okay.
1 1.
So this is a place of worship. It like you can kind of like you've been in places like this before. You get the vibe. There's images of dragons in the walls, and this place does seem like it has some kind of technology, but it's very ancient and maybe hundreds of years old. You can't tell.
Gotcha.
Golzraga,
I'd like
Dek
to-
Yeah.
Urbek,
Is there
Temple
like
of Worship.
Are there any torches or candles?
The light there's like glowing energy behind him from something on the ground, and you can't see too much more about what's going on back there without getting past him and his line on the ground. There's also like these glowing crystals up above that are just illuminating the area pretty
Luke,
nicely.
I'd like to do two things if I can.
If you guys want to take a short rest or
Yeah.
a long rest, those are both
No.
options.
So I'm gonna actually look at him, and I'm gonna essentially do like my head on pillow thing, like my hands as a pillow, head resting. Essentially trying to ask him, is there a place we can rest up? And then I point to like my injuries, my burns, and say, get healed. Do you need me to do a performance?
He says, no, he says, Sozu. Ria.
I'm going
And he
to
just points in the corner.
as he's thinking about this. I'm gonna sort of like reach in my pockets awkwardly, and I'm gonna feel something really heavy.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's not what
Ooh
I
la
meant.
la.
Oh
gonna-
god.
I'm going to pull out a very, very large sack. Man, this is.
Oh,
keeps
by the
getting
way,
better.
your
I'm sure
vehicle.
it's
I
gonna
assume.
impress him.
By the way, did your vehicle follow you up the hallway?
I imagined it did. Yeah.
Oh my god, this vehicle's
Wait,
such
we
a
could have been
problem.
on the vehicle while riding this.
It
Oh,
doesn't move
This is-
fast. It
I
it
knew
doesn't
this was
have.
gonna be
It,
problematic.
All right,
Okay.
Guys,
your vehicle
not-
is. Your vehicle. It seems like it
Okay.
wasn't burned up too much.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh.
so for the record, the thing has the same movement speed we do.
Oh, okay.
It's got a
Gotcha.
30-foot movement speed. It's not
It,
like
it's
a.
got a. It has a
not a
40
fast
foot, I think,
car.
but it's not too
Nope.
much different.
It's 30. Oh no, you're right. It's 45. So it's
Oh, it
slightly
could've-
faster, but it's
Yeah.
Oh, you could have
It
kept
also-
up with me.
it also
Yeah.
can't fit all of us.
Yeah,
So-
true.
Okay.
Is there room for two?
There is room for probably 4, depending on how much cargo is on.
Brosius is like, anyone want to arm wrestle?
I'm back. Yeah.
I'm not the person that.
So anyway, the sack
I
was
want to arm
pulling out.
wrestle Brosius.
All right, let's arm
Luke,
wrestle.
The sack I was pulling out
I
Uh,
Athletics.
was my sack of cash money.
Give me a
Oh no, you won.
Brosius slams it down.
I'm up
All right.
next.
Ah,
I'm gonna see if I can do any better than short stack.
No, I feel like really just like crestfallen.
well,
Brosius struggles a little bit and then slams it down.
You know what? I
can
did
I-
better than
Alright,
short
I
stack.
take
I
a
do it?
I'll
shot.
go against him.
All right, I think Kaji might get him.
22.
Jesus.
Ooh, you got him.
Nice.
Brosius struggles.
That
and
was
he's like,
a
We
tight one,
both
though.
flex huge muscles as we're fighting to slam it down.
So, James is gonna. I'm gonna see that we're not getting anywhere further with this guy. And I'm gonna be like, well, if we're gonna just hang out for a bit, I'm gonna put my arm in the ring against Kaji since he's the winner now.
okay,
This is athletics we're doing.
yeah.
Well, that's garbage.
I throw you across the room.
I want to.
I guess
gonna take a
Ansef's gonna
shot.
try.
I'm gonna
but
take a swag off of Ham Galactic Gargle Blaster and then challenge
Okay.
Kaji.
All right.
I'm gonna shrug, looking at you, going, "What?"
All right, here we go.
She's a little tougher than she looks.
Is the knight reacting to us being like just kind of dicking off in his like a fucking church lobby? Kaji, what do you got?
He's watching you.
No, I
But,
left this one hanging.
You left this one hanging.
Just-
I'll challenge her after I dust myself off. I'll go with her. So you got a 15.
Oh, you didn't accept?
I did not know.
He didn't.
Oh,
accept.
sorry.
like-
I thought I got the
Yeah,
implication.
well, you beat James.
All right.
Not by a lot, but you
guess
beat
I'll
James.
All right, take
I'll
another
challenge.
swig off of it.
I'll
Right.
challenge her. And I get advantage because
No, well, no.
mm,
You're, unless you do, you need to step up if you want to get advantage.
hold up. So
I don't think it's gonna work in this.
He does.
situation.
He does say to
wait, that's
you, I guess. Nafrivre.
rip. Yeah. You have 15
Mm.
though. Rip.
I gotta go against short stack here.
Let's
I'll
hope
shake
it
my
finishes.
head and then look at the man with the lance.
Very
I get a shitty grin plastered in my
Alright.
face.
So now that that's over,
He says Nafrivre Govirkre. And he like
Is-
points at the two people who were just recently arm wrestling.
is he saying that to me?
Yeah, because you were looking at him.
Do I get any semblance of what he's trying to say?
I would
He's-
like to say I have a passive
confused.
insight for 15. I don't know if that's gonna really determine
Yeah,
like
let's
his.
try insight. Let's try insight on this. Okay. Yeah. With a 15, you do get that he's confused, and that he's wondering what's going on with like all of you.
I'm going to To try my best to mime that it's a test of strength for fun. Like, just it's a game.
Okay. That's another performance to try and convey that.
Glad I'm good at performance. 16.
All right. He seems to nod approvingly. All right, so you all take a short rest. Okay. Does that sound reasonable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Someone's getting a call.
I
I'm
heard
like
that too.
weird. So you gotta use this.
I only
I'm
have
checking
one
my messages
hit die.
now.
Luke.
All right.
Okay, what now? Sorry.
Luke. Sorry. Can I approach him and then like try to just start doing simple words with him for the 2 hours we have with him to try
Yeah. Yeah.
to understand his. Okay.
I'm also. I was gonna ask that too. So I guess Onsev and I are gonna try and help like trade languages.
Yeah, during your rest, you're working on trying to understand him. Okay.
Right.
I do as
And-
well.
Yeah, and after their rest,
I reckon this guy is nice enough to sit with us and actually like do this with us too.
Ansev,
And you
you
wanted
have
to
the
do
you
that.
have the intelligence blessing, yes?
That's correct. Yes.
All right, so after the rest, like during the rest, first of all, you're doing this whole like Sherlock Holmes thing. You're having like photographic recall of every word that he said.
Luke,
You're like
also have-
making all these connections. Okay.
Mhm.
And it's time to roll a d4.
Ooh yeah.
Hey
Okay.
Luke, I also have the Doom
Oh, I'm
World
sorry.
language,
It's
remember?
actually you just learned his language. Sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot. It's d4 for written languages.
Yeah.
So what were you saying? Sorry.
I have that linguist feat, like the
You
homebrew
do have
version
the
of language.
right. So for you,
Time
instead
it
of
takes you to learn languages is cut in half.
Yeah.
The effect stacks with having a trainer. You gain a +4 intelligence check to learn languages or decipher codes, etc.
Right.
etc.
so
I learn better.
I follow what they're doing.
exactly. So to learn a language for anybody else, it's 1 day and an intelligence check after that 1 day. So, but that's for level 1, and then we get into like better and better versions of that. Anyway, so for you it's 12 hours. Okay. For the first rank.
For me,
Him or me?
For Josh.
Yeah. For James. Yeah. I have the divine intellect. So.
For everybody else. Actually, you know, is this guy No, this guy's not actively teaching you. He's just sort of he's not really thinking
Okay.
like that. But he is
Yeah.
he is like, communicating with you, which is helping in some way.
Yeah.
Okay.
To understand certain words. Okay. Basically.
Right.
Okay.
He's not actually a teacher, but
No.
So let me
Yeah.
ask: could I try to teach him the language I'm speaking, which would be like English essentially?
I
guess?
don't think he would want to learn it because he is a guard.
you don't have that much time.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
fair.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a lot of time right there to work. I was trying to get at least some.
Yeah. Okay, so
wording.
Ansev is going to understand things now. Okay.
Okay.
All right, so you all have your short rest. Did you use you use your hit dice to recover if you need to? And I don't know if you had anything else that comes back on a short rest. Okay. After that, Ansev, you've made like these mental connections. You're gonna understand most of what he's saying now. Just like if he says a new word, you contextualize it and you understand it like pretty much immediately.
Okay.
Right? Okay.
Yep.
So start talking to him, I guess.
Good to
Uh,
have him translate.
I think I got this. My name is Ansev. And you are.
Hitrail Hite, the Guardian's Iron.
All right, and I relay this information as he does this, like sort of like a translator, saying that to everyone else. And what is your purpose? I mean, other than guarding, like, what are you guarding? What goddess or what religion are you guarding for? Who?
The great sun god Drivka, Father Sky, the dragon of fire, the eternal flame,
Gotcha. Makes sense with the dragon, yeah, Marjorie around here. So
On the rite of passage of fire.
Tell him about the. Yeah, tell him about the evil cloud that we're running from. Like why we came in here. See if he knows anything about it.
you make a good point. So, okay, I try to say it, but basically, I say, do you recall anything regarding this red cloud? It's been expanding outside. It's red and fury. It's
The
scary.
red comet. It comes. It means something of very dangerous. I think the elder, the prophet, might know more. Yes.
Sure. And
We could
where? Yep.
ask him if there's a way we could speak to this prophet. I mean, wasn't
I was about to say that. Yeah. Yep. So he looks at you like, "Oh, yeah, I got it. He's like,
sorry.
Only those who are worthy may see the prophet. I am
And
to
how-
test. I am to
Oh.
test those who would be consider themselves worthy.
yeah, oh, okay, interesting. So he wants to test basically us if we're worthy to meet the prophet. And how do we do about that?
The tradition is to challenge.
Ha! Loschen os and Kram to battle.
I love your mealy mouth. Yeah, great.
He just went to.
Who are we
Alright, what-
challenging?
During the short rest, I summon my familiar.
Do you
Okay,
require
yeah,
it to
you
be?
su-
Yeah.
So you summon your familiar. Do you have an image for it?
I just.
Oh, there it is. Okay,
That is fucking terrifying.
Mm.
it's a friendly little monster. Maybe.
It doesn't look friendly.
Doesn't look friendly at all. But
Friendly
Yeah.
to me.
I mean
So-
that. Fair.
a challenge, like, does it have to be of power or of wisdom and intelligence? Is there any way to?
Perhaps it would be best if you challenge me in the way of your people. And he holds out his arm for arm wrestling.
Oh my god! Well, guys,
Okay, I
he
step
does.
up.
Who among
Okay.
you will meet my
I
challenge?
don't need to be able to translate arm wrestling, do I?
Yep.
Okay, no.
Our
Don't I?
worthiness is based on our tradition, guys. So what we did there.
All right. Here we
He'd be
go.
like, well, at least he understood arm wrestling when I explained it. to him.
You got a good
Oh
point,
my
James.
god.
All right. I have to find the right stat block. for this bit.
26? That's a nat. He got a nat 20. Yo, Acarisha
Okay.
is just like angry.
Oh yeah, I
fucking
found
midget
what I
over here.
needed.
Fucking angry midget chick.
That's great.
Jesus Christ.
I don't know if it matters what you roll, Luke.
Oh,
Yeah, he got a nat 20.
Unless he has more than a +6.
Yeah, it always.
Yeah, if he has
Then
more
he'll
than
all right. This guy has a rocking a +5 to strength.
Oh,
So either way, there's no
You
way he
literally
wins.
can't beat that.
He can't beat what, because Miko has a +6 and he rolled a nat 20, so he got the maximum possible of 26.
all right. You have defeated his arm. He- he's like, "Ugh, I yield.
Short stack. It's fucking levels this guy.
That makes
Vash is-
Vash. That makes Vash feel really good because he beat Short Stack.
Right.
Oh god.
How
He-
do you feel?
He hands you a medallion and says, "You may see the oracle."
Is it
Only
just
him.
her?
Nice.
Yes, only him.
oh, okay.
I'm gonna try next.
All right.
I'm gonna smile warmly and say, "Go easy on me."
Oh my god, that's amazing.
I'm so
I can't
fucked.
believe that you
He got a 19. I'm so fucked.
All right.
But that's not. What? Oh, you're using me. You're using me. The roll. Oh, nice.
All right.
Rolled a
So
19, but I have a plus
while
two.
he's arm wrestling you, it's taking like he's starting to win. Okay.
Okay.
You can tell if you don't do anything different, you're going to lose.
Come
Is there
on,
anything you
James.
want to try? You have
Thank
your
you.
time to figure something
This
out right
dude's
now.
wearing
Can I-
full plate armor, right?
He is.
Can I
he
assist
is.
him on the next attempt with like history of arm wrestling and knowing all the tactics of arm wrestling?
Yeah, you can make a attempt to do that.
No,
So you have to make a history
yeah.
check.
Which is fair, but hold on, before you do that, Luke, my
Uh-huh.
crystal here acts as like a key, right?
Yeah.
To this thing, to the elite. Does the car have a horn?
You can make a resonating you can make a resonating crystal noise.
Can I attempt to
It's not like a
distract
horn.
him or make him jump?
Yes.
Using this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Listen, I'm gonna try to do that with the hand that's not arm wrestling.
All right. So
Is it sleight of hand? I don't know. What
yeah,
would I
make
do?
make a sleight of hand check. Yeah.
Well, I shouldn't have said anything because it's a -1 for me. But
Oh well, it was a good idea. All right, you can't quite reach that thing. So, but you're getting a bonus of +5 because of Ansev's history, and he's telling you
so
about how arm wrestling can be won.
if I'm getting a +5 bonus, my total
Sorry,
would be
it's
a
gonna be
26.
it's just my
right.
proficiency bonus, so it's a +2 if that makes any difference.
Oh,
Sorry.
my bad.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
a 23.
Okay. He beats you, and then he says,
I mean, with how
You
close
are-
he got, what, a 25 or something?
Yeah.
Like, work up a
Uh,
sweat.
yeah,
Oh, no, you said he has a +5. He got a 24. I got a 23.
right.
Oh, I'm so
He
mad.
says, this one has spirit. You may go, and he hands you a medallion. Yeah.
I'm gonna look kind of like defeated at the "this one has spirit" comment, and I'm gonna bow and say, I'm gonna ask Ansev what "thank you" in their language is.
And I just relay it, like if the basic relaying
Luke, what
there.
is "thank you" in their language?
Ooh.
Mr. I made up
It
a full
is-
language for my campaign.
All right. Do you want formal or informal?
I
Oh,
give him the
formal,
formal
yeah.
one. No, I give him the formal.
You only
Yeah.
get the formal one. Hiru Tsukaisu Tureu.
Look, if I was chaotic, I would have done informal, but
That.
All right.
I'm gonna say that. Don't
It-
ask me. I'm not.
All right. I'll tell you the context of what that means for Ansev, I guess. I will remember and honor you. I name you friend.
yeah, there you go.
What did he say when I kicked his ass?
That's a good question.
I don't know
He
that
just
said
handed you a
anything.
medallion and said, "Get
I
going."
know, I think he was
Yep.
dumbfounded.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Who's
All right,
next?
yeah.
Who's next?
I'll go next, I suppose.
All right.
Remember the
Ansev's gotta
tactics.
stay there and coach people.
If
on how to
short
arm
stack,
wrestle.
if short stack can beat him, I bet I can beat him.
Come on,
Roll it now.
Vash, you should be able to do this. Just remember the
Straight athletics,
tactics.
or
In character, I hope Vash
Uh.
wins. As Josh, I
Well,
hope he gets
All
You have
right,
a 12.
You,
Oh, no.
you get the better of him. You get the
Yeah.
better of him.
with a 10. What a fucking loser.
you didn't
All
roll. Hey,
He's wore out.
you,
He's wore out
you
from
didn't
us
beat
kicking
him,
his
beat
ass,
him,
Josh.
so
All right. He hands you another medallion.
I tip my hat at him.
Mhm. He's sort of like stretching out. He's like his arm seems to be aching. Who's next? He's gonna have disadvantage now.
Ooh,
If his,
okay.
if his arm is aching, I'd like to give him.
Oh, it's
I'd
good
like
I
to
went
give
first
him-
then.
Can I give him a single point of lay on hands pool? To
Why?
You want to stop his arm from
making.
You're such a metagamer.
I'm a nice person.
Well, that's kind of metagaming there.
No, it's very funny
Why?
because it's
Luke said that
absolutely-
he
You got
stretched
the
out his
actually
arm.
medallion.
We
dumb,
could-
but
Did you just
Actually
stand there
good.
to look at him?
I imagined I was waiting for everyone else.
look,
Yeah.
he can't help but see an old man. in
he
pain.
seems to refuse. He
Okay.
The challenge, he's going to
Fine,
face
but
his
yeah, I
challenge
didn't think
on
we
his own
just went
terms.
ahead and talked to the prophet without you guys.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, who's next? Who's next? We have Ansev and Kaji, right?
Alright, go ahead, Kaji. Do what you need to do.
Fine.
You tied.
Oh no,
that's
he didn't
Bash,
tie. He did.
sorry.
He didn't. He didn't tie. Oh no, the Vash.
Yeah,
We had a
I was
16?
looking at Bash's.
He got a 17 because of my. Remember,
All
I did
right.
the history. So
You get the upper hand on him again.
I'm sorry.
now
I
it's-
only saw the last number and went, say what now? He
Yeah,
had
I know.
disadvantage. The fucking kid 31, bro.
Yeah.
What is that 31?
That was me rolling 2 dice
No.
at once.
he tried to do it
Because
like
you
advantage.
can't, you
what to do.
can't
I'm
do
so
advantage
confused
disadvantage
because
on
it
the
shows up
custom
as
dice.
James Bond rolling that.
Because I'm rolling it on his sheet.
Yeah, he was trying to do
Right.
it that way too.
He doesn't
I
have.
wonder why I'm so fucking confused like with these rolls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so maybe I'll roll it on this guy's sheet, and then you won't worry about it. Okay.
Yeah, I would roll it on a non-player character sheet.
Right. So, Ansev.
Getting me out.
Ansa confronts him and basically respectfully saying his name and just be like, "Is there? I would rather if I provide you my share of knowledge of my past events and ventures, and all the tales needed right there, and share my other beliefs from my old world, if that would be worthy, relaying this information to you,
Okay.
for you."
He's listening. So tell him
Hmm.
something.
Oh boy.
Just just tell him something.
I shall tell him the tale of this one powerful, I guess, there's like this ancient god mage wizard that basically, how should I say it? It's basically the mage, like the god of magic, and I expressed that right there. Of how this god of magic was very powerful, and
Gives apples.
yes, give apples. But these apples were very dangerous and punish those who eats it.
All right, make a performance check.
Oh boy.
That's a great story. I'm gonna cry.
All right.
It was a
He's
mediocre
suitably-
story.
He shrugs and says to you, I will judge you by the quality of your companions. And he gives you the medal.
Oh,
Thanks.
God, that's horrible.
Yeah,
No,
that just came out of
what
nowhere. I
about-
need to get.
What about Brocius?
Oh, Brocius. Brocius is like, he's raiming. He's ready to go. Brocius is like,
He just fucking
All
like
right.
he twisting the arm.
yeah, Brocius, like when Brocius comes up,
That
the
alarm goes off.
Hitriel seems a little alarmed at this whole process and is like,
Let's go.
okay, let's do this.
Brocius, remember the place. Lean back and then
No,
push hard.
Brocius did not roll too high.
12.
The
It'll be a
wild
12.
number.
Brocius
Wild
is not doing so hot.
Oh,
Nope. He
he
failed.
is.
Oh.
Brocius is. Oh, let's see if he has any special bonus from being involved in this. Brocius is humiliated.
Oh, no.
He's like, this is bullshit, and he just fucking throws something across. He like throws like a rock across the room. He's like, I should never fail. And he's in a rage and he's trying again. And in a rage, I believe he gets advantage on this check.
Yes,
Yes.
correct. Any athletic
That is
checks you get
correct.
advantage.
Oh boy.
Come on, Brocius.
All right, Brocius is
Nice.
pulling through. And meanwhile, the other guy has disadvantage because he's exhausted. All
I don't know if
right.
he can win. Oh my God.
All right,
Yeah.
Brocius
Thank you.
crushes it.
Well
And
played,
guy-
Brocius.
Guy gives him a medallion and says something like, I hope I didn't make a mistake. and then he
Oh god. Is that what you want to hear from a guardian?
he walks to the back, and there's an elevator that goes up, and this whole thing of light that was in the back of the room is like this beam of light that powers the elevator, and as it goes up, I think we're gonna end the session.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll see what's at the top in the next session.
Man, language is very important.
Can I investigate the nature of this elevator's like
The elevator is
do I have
the elevator's
Prepare.
magic. The elevator's got to be Magitech. Okay.
got it.
So
I'm gonna
you'll-
start building
yeah.
the rings.
So, yeah. So that'll be this. You'll get to discover more about that next time. But we'll just say it's Magitech for now. Okay.
Yeah. Nice job, y'all, everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's.
I was the
Oh, that was
language
definitely
barrier breaker right there.
I have moved my
Yeah,
agenda
Ans
forward.
was probably the only reason we didn't end session a whole half hour, 45 minutes earlier, because we had no reason to progress. We couldn't talk to the guy.
Yeah.
We could have not even gone that way. We could have went back.
We could have gone to the road. That's true. We could.
I
When
like
when we
I like
realized
the
he couldn't
chick that
understand us, we
fell
could've
off
left.
the cliff. And
Yeah.
then we're like, oh, let's just take the stairs.
Yep. Yep. Oh
Yeah.
my god.
I
Yeah.
really appreciate that.
We had a lot of things
Oh
that could
my
have saved her, but it didn't happen. So, or
Right.
things.
Rip.
Funny.
Like stairs.
I did want to kill them off like as soon as I could, and it was gonna be like it was just because she failed a roll on something that could kill her. Really,
Oh man.
that's really all that was.
Poor Zara.
Yep.
Oh, I can't believe I crit that arm wrestle.
Nice
Yeah.
job, y'all.
Short stack
Would
taking
the
the lead.
performing arts have increased my performance, by the way? I don't know if that helped, because I saw performing arts.
Performing
So-
arts, yes, you would have added a +2 to your performance.
Okay, so it would have been 14, gotcha. So,
Luke,
Uh-huh.
fine print, just to let you know, Mold Earth only allows me to have 2 instances at a time as I cast it. So technically, it would have been only a staircase for myself.
Oh, it doesn't make a permanent stair.
No, because I would have to put a stair for the Mold Earth, and then the next stair, step down, release the first one, cast the next one.
But
Oh,
like if you,
shoot.
I thought you could mold it and it would just be there.
No, because it says if done with this feature, you can only have 2 instances of it.
Oh, okay.
it's good to know.
Unless...
Yeah, but that doesn't make any sense at the same time because what if you dig a pit with it and then you dig a second pit? Does it undig the first pit?
You go-
That is weird.
Yeah,
You
because
get
it's
buried.
nonsense. Because these people didn't
Shh.
fucking finish their thoughts. Who wrote
Yeah,
this shit.
Mold, I guess on this one.
I'll be honest, like they really didn't fucking
Right.
finish taking their shit before they stood up.
Yeah, that's 90% of spells in D&D. So
So what
That's
I'm
the
looking at,
whole-
I'm looking
that's
at the,
the whole-
I'm looking at Mold Earth.
whole
So-
reason that like
If you cast this spell multiple times, you can have no more than 2 of its non-instantaneous effects active at a time.
So the instantaneous effect is to actually move the Earth around.
That's
the
what you're talking about?
non-instantaneous, yeah, the non-instantaneous effects are the other ones, which are you can make it difficult terrain or normal terrain,
Or change
Or-
its color.
or
shit.
change its color, shape, or spell out words or something.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
I was putting
Really
it for the
move 'em.
shape, because it was...
Yeah, but
Because
I
I'm
mean, in
putting,
this-
like... Because you said it was a cliffside. I can't, you know,
could've dug
move that much
stairs.
dirt to
I-
make
I-
that, you know...
I
So-
felt
Could've
like you
dug
were.
stairs with
I
them.
felt like what you were doing was taking a strong hill that wasn't like a complete cliff, but it was like a 70-degree descent, and just
Oh,
shaping
and then just
shaping it into
shaping
stairs.
okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Luke is on his container of blue liquid, man. I'm scared to press that button.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Hey, Chucky.
Yeah.
Ni magraki u soraka. Never fear the unknown.
Oh god.
Mhm.
Click on it, dies instantly. All the whole party dies in the elevator.
Never
Well,
fear the
as
unknown.
is- As is tradition with every D&D campaign at the end of any session. Hey, Luke, do we get a
Oh
level
yeah,
up?
do we get a level up?
You get a level up.
No, not this time.
Why not?
We're still.
Yeah,
You have,
man.
what,
One
you have
step closer to
you've
one step-
overcome
one step
you've
closer
overcome
to the
two
oath of capitalism.
you've overcome 2 challenges and 1 fight.
We're level 1. I feel like we could
I
sneeze
secured
and
the
level
only
up.
kill of the session.
The bird, yeah. So the bird was like 29 HP, and it
tough for a
basically
bird.
all it really wanted to do was try and steal something and then run away.
Yo,
Oh.
shiny.
Bro,
And
I'm
now
gonna start
I-
like a middle.
Was after
That-
your
I'm gonna start
fucking
like a middle
platinum
school classroom
blasters.
chant here in a second.
Yeah.
What
I
is
will
the
be
name of that
leaving
bird, Luke?
that.
Well, it's actually it's a reskinned dragon, but
Oh.
it's a bird. It's a giant
I'm
bird.
just asking for a name to add it into my inventory because I am still carrying it.
Okay, we'll call it Spiretop Falcon.
Mm-hmm.
We're calling it eagle with a Glock,
I don't know if this is
Yeah,
supposed to happen.
or eagle with a Glock.
or better yet, we take the word Glock and eagle. It's a gleagle.
But anyway, I'm gonna duck out, guys. So I'll talk to you
Alright.
later.
Good night.
I did.
Good night.
Brian, it's a gleagle. Just call it a gleagle.
Nope, already added as Spire Top Falcon.
It's
Okay.
lame. So lame.
Okay.
Man,
Oh.
this observant skill has been pretty good value. That's nice.
How
So
big's this
also-
elevator?
Mm-hmm.
But this elevator is like big enough for I don't know, a boss fight to happen on it.
Oh, so
Whoa.
we all fit pretty comfortably.
Yeah, this
No,
elevator's like a 25-foot diameter circle.
Oh.
You
I
said
don't know.
there could be a boss fight on here. That sounds like there's gonna be a boss fight
Yeah,
foreshadowing
that's
here.
like he literally planned for the possibility
That's
of one.
amazing
so-
foreshadowing, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Should've led with
Hey, Brian and Chuck, and Miko. So, or not Miko, Luke. I'm sorry.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
I had a I had a conversation